What is going on, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Nonsensical Nonsense. Not just your ordinary episode, but it is our 100th. Holy shit, it's storming outside. 100th episode. Sorry, squirrel. Holy shit, I can't believe we've done 100 of these so far. But it's been fun. It's been a journey. Anywho, I'm Glick. If you guys aren't already, feel free to check us out on all social media at Nonsensical Nonsense. On Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and the TikTok. Go give us a follow, go give us a like, go give us a share. And if you'd be so kind, we'd greatly appreciate that. You can also join us live every Wednesday, Saturday, and Monday right here on Haps. It's a free app. Download it. Give Nonsensical Nonsense a follow. And you can be hanging out with us right here live every week in the Chatters box, shooting the shit with us as always. And if you don't want to listen to us live, but you want to get every single episode, simply give us a listen or give us a follow on Spotify and every other location that you get your podcast in jollies. You can find us. You can give us a listen there. You can listen to them in order, however you want. And if you'd like to, you can always email us at nonsensicalnonsenspodcast@gmail.com. And with that being said, let's bring the boys up, shall we? Entering in at 4'2", 175 pounds, the one and only Wish version Nicolas Cage. What's going on, Jeff?
100, sir. 100.
100
Holy
with
shit.
the guy that I started it all with almost a year ago. And let's not forget, coming in at 6 foot 2.5 inches. The 2.5 is between his legs. It's our favorite Milk Dud. What's going on, Tony D?
Shirtless, no less.
So y'all hold
Put
on.
them titties away. Where's my dollar bills at? We're gonna make it rain. I didn't know we were seeing chocolate
I'm
titties
gonna make
tonight.
it rain up in this boy.
It's almost
congratulations on episode 100 to the both of you. Honestly, seriously, and truthfully, no bullshit. It's an honor to be invited amongst you all. Big us our man Mike going through what he going through. We got you, man. Don't you worry about it. Just get at us when you finish. Also, all jokes aside.
Yeah.
No.
I'll make a quick
it
announcement that I told Mike I'd make. Mike is dealing with some personal issues. He will be back. He is going to be taking some time off, and we're going to leave it at that. We aren't going to go into detail for private reasons. So
Yes.
that's out of the way. Now back to the funny.
Yes, right.
I'm an asshole and I
100
fired him.
motherfuckers. Yes.
He's not
Trying to
fired.
cover for me.
I will protest for him.
don't try to cover for me. I said you're fired.
Gave him the old
No, I'm just
cobra.
kidding.
You're fired.
Yeah, no, Mike. Yeah, no. Unfortunately, Mike is going through some shit. We wish him nothing but the best.
Yes.
And he'll be back with us eventually down the road. Hopefully,
As soon as he can.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Hopefully down the road he will be back with us. Why is this nothing? Now nothing's wanting to work. Here comes the
I'm going
technical
fully
difficulty.
immediately.
Here comes the technical difficulties, boys.
It happens. It happens. Shit happens.
But yeah, can
episode
you-
100 is supposed to be issue free because it's episode
Can you
100.
can you believe, Jeffrey, that way back last April? Yes, I'm wearing.
I'm
my
gonna
belt,
be
deal
I'm
with
gonna
it.
be 100% honest. I was shocked we made it past 10 episodes.
I was shocked you made it past 10 episodes.
This is true. I was never when Chris and I met for a little backstory. One of the last things Chris said to me in person is, "Don't be a fucking stranger." 20 years later,
Well, in your defense, you weren't a stranger, so to say. We would still talk every couple years or whatever. I think
Yes.
the longest time that went between us was like 5 or 6 years. But yeah, you did decide to take off and go to Cancun. Obviously, you felt the need to leave the country because of the battery scandal. Understandable.
hey, Walmart police, man, they'll get you.
I ain't scared of them. They know better.
Yeah.
They thought they had me one time, and I had the insurance conversation with them, and they changed their mind. They're like, okay, but we still want Jeff, and I'm like, well, he's in Cancun.
Good
I don't
luck
know
with
what the
that.
I don't know how the extradition or extradition, whatever the fuck it is. Words are hard.
Extradition.
I don't know how that works with Walmart, and I mean, they probably could get you down there. You guys got Walmarts. Then you wind
we
up in a
have
Mexican
four.
Walmart jail.
Yeah. Well, Walmart jails.
But no.
They keep you in between the two sliding doors. Somebody stare at you.
The glass just.
Just every time somebody comes in.
I've never seen nothing good about a Mexican jail. You stay your ass out of there.
Oh, you ain't kidding. I've heard
But no.
stories.
Nothing on Jeff. I honestly did not expect this would last this long, but that's mainly because Jeff has not always been the most reliable, and he often flies by the seat of his pants.
I do.
So,
At 100 miles an hour with my pants on fire, no less.
so I'm pleasantly surprised, and I'm happy because we've hit some lots of technical difficulties in the beginning.
Those first two episodes are rough.
They were something else. So
That's why I always tell when I introduce the podcast to somebody, I said, do not, whatever you do not start with episode 1 and 2.
well,
I always take them to where I remember the real funny, and I always tell them, listen to episode 14, but don't judge.
yeah. Well, with that being said, Jeffrey,
Yeah.
shall we venture down memory road for just a minute?
Oh,
With just a snippet
yeah.
from the inaugural episode. I'm going to kind of bounce around, so it's going to be
It's
a little bit of. It's not going to make much sense, but you can hear the audio, you can hear the quality.
Wait, hold on. I just got a phone call from someone, and they wanted to say something.
Oh my God!
Hold on one second. I gotta crank up my phone volume.
Here, Jeffrey.
Michael J. Fox.
Going to hell.
Welcome to Nonsensical Nonsense Podcast.
You're going to hell for
Well,
that one.
I am, but my favorite, of course, and I believe I sent it to you boys. Yes.
This is Samuel Jackson, and if you're not listening to the Nonsensical Nonsense Podcast, then you're a motherfucker.
You heard the man. If you're not listening to Nonsensical Nonsense, you a motherfucker.
Well, those are
Sam
all
Jackson
cute.
said it, folks.
Those are all well cute and everything like that, but I have a message from beyond the grave.
That's fucked up.
Oh,
This is Benny White, and you're listening to Nonsensical Nonsense Podcast. They just killed me.
I love that Betty White's ghost came to me in the middle of the night and said that.
the ghost of Betty White, y'all.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, let me just play a little bit. I'm just gonna kind of bounce
Yeah, go
around.
ahead.
But this is the very first episode. Yeah, almost a year ago. We're just a couple of weeks away from 1 year. Well, a few weeks.
Holy crap.
We
It doesn't feel like a year.
Hey, y'all, it's Click from Nonsensical Nonsense.
Well, we don't
If you
need
haven't
that.
heard about Anchor, he tore you.
Yeah,
What's up? Oh, man.
we just
I have no idea. Well, I set up in my room where I literally laid out, I'm laying on the bed. I set up a whole bunch of clean clothes on the bed to counteract any echoing. And I have the bedroom door closed. There's a glass door that I have a curtain in
You're
front
just
of.
describing
Light
my
off
bedroom.
everything. It's
yeah.
like, not
We
pitch
just
dark
came in
here,
hot on this episode too.
Yeah, we did.
but the
Mind
sun
you.
is right.
No
in
intro,
front of me.
no music, nothing. We just came in hot.
Blazing in here without the fan. Higher than me, standing above a wall.
Notice this is the first episode and Jeff is still talking. This is 20 minutes
and he's
in.
sitting there telling me that I'm not drilling straight down, I'm drilling at an angle. And I just remember so pissed. I'm like, dude, if you don't think I'm doing it correctly, by all means, walk your
This is a
ass
story
down
about
here and
fucking
drill it
Tom
yourself.
Kenny.
There's a lot of side projects our senior year that I missed because I was.
Moved down here from another part of Mexico.
Jeff's still talking.
$10 to his
An
name.
hour.
You fast forwarded.
Motherfucker Godzilla, he's on Mike and Mike.
Started the
and
timeshare
shit.
program.
There's no editing here. This is all real audio.
Yeah.
It's an
Well,
hour in
part
and
of
Jeff's still
They
talking.
gave him like $10 million as a
But listen to the quality of the audio. It has gotten so much
He was
better.
like, yeah, I'm not the guy
Because
that
people are.
lock his knee.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's just because man, people are openly.
Oh yeah,
fucking
I think Jeff went to the
weirdos
bathroom, so I was
these
able to
days. Like,
talk.
It's acceptable to be a
Oh,
fucking
God.
a wacko. So like, we're
But
going-
just
so
from
we're
the
going
little
54
snippet
and
there, we
everything
really
we've got
had
planned. There's
no idea what we were doing. I think in that episode
Well, we had no
alone,
subjects.
that
had
episode
no
alone,
top
we
10,
talked to
nothing.
no, we talked about your bedroom, your setup, high school stuff, random ass movies. We were literally just babbling, and that was when we were using the Anchor app itself. So when we were recording, we couldn't even see each other. We could only
Right.
hear each other.
And our biggest problem was talking
It
over
has-
each other.
Thank you. It has.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I was actually trying to look for that and find it so I could isolate it and play that how bad it was. But then once we got on Haps, it started to slowly progress and get better, and we
Right.
started introducing stuff. I think at that point I was still trying to cut and merge audio in or music in.
Yeah.
We weren't taking breaks, so we'd be in the middle of a conversation, and then bang, Blacktop Mojo would start playing, and then we'd come back in to the second part or into another conversation because I merged it wrong or I accidentally cut audio out or whatever the case may be. But so no, the show has. I am very proud of the show. I enjoy doing the show.
That was before we knew to call it frying chicken. So we would just be
Yeah.
like, "Hey, I gotta go take a piss."
Yeah,
That's what the frying chicken means. Got it.
yeah.
Well,
You didn't know what the
actually,
fried
somebody-
chicken meant?
Somebody
I
brought
would've
it
fried
up.
chicken that fast. I'm sorry.
I'm not going to mention who, but someone brought it up that one of the episodes, and I don't remember which one.
That
They
was
were
Mark
listening.
that brought it up.
I know it was actually someone else.
No, it was Mark.
No.
Or no, you're right. You're right. No, you're all right.
Yeah. And they brought it up that in mid-conversation, Chris literally took his phone to the bathroom, took a piss.
I didn't take my phone. I had my mic, and my mic picks up everything.
Your mic,
and at that time, I was doing the show in the living room.
And you could hear him pissing, and it sounded like he was frying chicken in a pan.
I'm not doing it. Y'all can
So literally, and it was like being new. Both of us knew. I didn't think to talk over it. I was
you were just sat there silently.
What the fuck is that noise?
But the frying chicken thing actually stuck and became a thing because of Mark.
Right. But Mark was not the one who brought it up.
No, but it stuck because of Mark. But it was a lot of growing pains in the beginning. Jeff and I we got on here. We finally found a happy rhythm and a good pace, minus the fact that Jeff was still calling off all the time, and doing a show by myself. As much as I can do it, it sucks. I can do a show by myself. It sucks. It really does. That's where Mike came into the fold, and then just organically Tony, joined our group. He was already taking part in the Chatters box and submitting his list, and we were already friends with him, and we would hang out in other lives and stuff with him. So it just kind of organically fell into place. Why not have Tony here too? I mean,
I'm Johnny Gill, this new edition.
Like the seventh member of New Kids
on
the
a
Block.
perfect day. You better beware.
So I mean, it's been. I can't believe we're like I said. I can't believe we're at 100 episodes already. It has flown by, and it has been a ton of fun.
It seems like yesterday that my wife was like, "Are you doing your podcast again?" I was like, yeah.
We've had some ups and downs. I've had a few mental lapses and yelled at people, and
I haven't started yet.
No, Tony's still in.
I haven't started yet. I do it on my own.
Yeah,
I just did.
Tony's still in.
Oh yes, Lord.
Yeah.
I actually was listening to that while working. You going live, and I was like, if I wasn't working right now, I'd jump in live and like, listen here.
I would have brought your ass up to do like this.
I'd have been like, boy, don't even start. I will Betty White your ass.
Damn.
Please.
Betty White his ass.
Yeah. I will play that Betty White over and over. Just to bug him.
Do I have what?
You know what I have? I'm going to mute myself for a second.
Dude, this guy.
He's always to the Dolphins. What do you think about that shit?
What? I seen that, man. As soon as the Chiefs gave him permission to seek a trade, I was like, all right, Cleveland, let's go. And then fucking Miami was all over that.
Miami's becoming loaded.
I tried telling you that the other night. And you looked at me like I was crazy.
Yeah, I did. Because of the quarterback issue.
I don't like Tua, but he's actually kind of mildly impressed me last season, minus the injuries.
He's got the injuries. I don't think he's 100% still yet. I know it's been years,
but I mean, the kid can ball out. I mean,
he's all right.
He had some impressive ass games last year. So that's a big move for Miami. Miami just got
the fastest wide receiver out there. But is he going to ball? No, he's fast as shit. He's fast as shit.
Anthony Schwartz, the rookie that we had last year, is faster than him.
Yeah, we'll see. And
I'm faster than both of them.
Anthony Schwartz has just got to work on his hands, but he's faster than Tyreek.
And Tyreek's older now, but
he's
quick. DK Metcalf still wants to race him.
That boy is scary fast, and he's big as fuck.
Yes, he is. Agreed.
Oh,
when he ran down that old boy from fucking Arizona last year,
it shocked him. Exactly. He was like, "Did he really?"
So what?
Dude came out of nowhere.
Yeah. What buttons were you pushing over there, Jeffrey? What do you have?
Well, actually, I had that audio of Alan Rickman, but I've lost it.
That has to be the best shit.
It doesn't work. So you might have it, but I do not.
I am not going through and trying to find it. You sent so much
Yeah,
fucking
it's-
audio the last couple
I know.
days.
I literally found that website and I went to town. I was playing with it. And,
Yeah, like I said, the only
Yeah.
downfall is that you can't slow it down and it's too rushed and you get a little bit robotic.
Just slow it down. You have to put spaces. You have to hi, space, I'm, space.
Yeah.
If you type it out like a normal conversation where it looks right, it doesn't sound right. So you have to play around with the spacing and commas and all that stuff. Yeah, it's fun. I played with it for a little bit and then got bored. But I don't know if you boys saw what I sent you on Messenger. I got my new emblem for my vehicle coming.
No.
I'm gonna look in a second.
Take a look here.
Oh, I didn't know you actually ordered that.
No, I didn't order it yet, but I'm contemplating doing that one.
Well,
and
then it's
this
not
one,
coming.
I'm gonna get for Tony's vehicle.
Oh hell no, you ain't.
Yeah, I was saying, if
It's
you
the
haven't
white
ordered it
privilege
yet
edition.
and you're still, if you haven't ordered it
I'm
yet and you're still contemplating, then it's not coming.
No, but there's another one that says the Let's Go Brandon edition that I really kind of want.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Hey, there's Betty. But I did watch the new on Disney Plus, the new Cheaper by the Dozen.
I want to
Did
watch
you
that.
see it yet?
No,
It's
I think
not-
I'm going to see.
It's not terrible.
I think I'm going to wait and see if my kids want to watch it this weekend.
It was. I'll put it this way: it was cute, but
Well,
I
it's a Disney
prefer
movie.
the Steve Martin. I prefer the Steve Martin
Yeah.
version.
Well, I mean, it's a
It's
Disney
fucking
movie.
Steve Martin.
It's gonna be cute. I did see, however, that when you go on Disney now, there is a new warning for mature audiences because Disney finally got Punisher and Daredevil and on all those TV shows. Now I'm really hoping that now they got all that stuff squared away, they bring them back and start making new seasons.
Well, they haven't added it to mine yet, so that's just the U.S. version. Once again, I have the international version, so it's not there yet.
Oh,
I don't
Mr.
spend a whole lot
Fancy
of time on
Pants
Disney.
living down there in his castle in Cancun. I have the international version.
Well, it's because I don't live in the States.
It's all the damn
but I
same.
have to check it out. No, it's because it's usually like a month behind. As we mentioned, I watched that movie, Ice Road.
Ice Road.
And you guys, it's been out for a while. It literally came out the day I watched it.
Well, that's Netflix, and Netflix is weird because I still get fucking movies from Russia and India recommended for me, and I'm like, oh, that looks like a good movie, and then I turn it on,
And then you go and they're like in Russian, and you're like, what the?
yeah, it's like,
Damn it!
it's like if I wanted to read a goddamn book, I'd sit down and read a book. I want to watch a movie.
You can read?
I mean, I like picture books where I can make up my own story.
Yeah, I'll send him over.
But no, I don't like closed captioning. I don't like subtitles. I want to watch a damn movie. I don't want to sit there and read shit. Let me crank the volume up so my deaf ass can hear. And and speak a language that I understand.
No, but yeah, no, I totally understand that. I've gotten to the point where if it doesn't have closed caption on the bottom, I don't watch the movie. It's because I've become used to it.
That closed captioning drives me crazy.
When
I think
if I go to the movie theater and I watch a movie in English, it has the subtitles in Spanish. So it's become a staple that I put it in English at the house. But I wanted to look up. I
think the closed captioning is like one of my borderline OCD things. Like I have this weird thing with numbers, like my volume and stuff. It has to be even.
Even numbers.
Yeah.
I do the same fucking thing.
And then
I hate an odd number.
Yeah, and I hate having notifications on my phone. So, and then that's the other thing. I cannot stand closed caption. Yeah. I can't stand closed captioning on the TV. It's distracting as hell. Like I said, I might be OCD. I don't know, but
You are. You are.
or borderline OCD.
You are.
I'm not a psychiatrist or anything. I wear many hats on this show, but I don't wear a psychiatrist hat.
You are.
So, what the hell is he doing?
Eating.
Not you,
Oh.
Jeff. I know what you're doing. You're doing the same thing. You got all damn day to eat. Hey, wait till we do the podcast.
It's become a
nom
staple.
nom 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 nom.
But no, I watched that.
Nope. Bye, Jeff. Yep.
You bet.
Bye, Jeff. Turn your booster off. Turn your bar off. Close some of your windows. Let's not have 900 things opened up on
I don't know what happened.
at one time.
I froze and now I can't hear, and I had to rush my screen. But I watched that Cheaper by the Dozen. It's got Gabrielle Union does an amazing job in it, and
I was gonna say I've seen that.
it's not.
Zach Braff.
But Zach Braff was hilarious in it. But the concept is that Zach Braff married Gabrielle Union character and kids, and then
Yeah.
they had twins, all that crazy stuff, and
Your audio's
it's not as woke as I thought.
Yeah, you're glitching. Not everything is woke, Jeff.
It's not.
9 out of the 10 things that you think are woke are not woke. I think you're oversensitive.
He's over media.
Maybe I am.
He really is.
The media did it.
I watch. Yeah.
That's like
I watch
99% of the people on
news.
HAPS are over media. Y'all watch too much goddamn news and
I
read
watch
too much
news.
Facebook.
Rest in peace to Madeline Albright. I'm watching that now.
Oh,
Didn't
I
she
watched
die
something
like
on
3 years
TikTok
ago?
the other day.
No, she just died today.
No,
Just
it's-
died today.
Oh,
just died today.
hey, speaking of the news, I just would like to say happy
Yeah.
National Women's Month. Congratulations. The men are still showing you that we're better at everything than you, and we're showing that we're better at being women than you, because the Woman of the Year is a man, and the current national champion
Yeah.
swimmer is a man. Step up your game,
Don't
lady.
get me started. It really wanna open
He
this
said
can
that
of
shit.
worms.
I didn't. He said that shit.
Those are
No,
not
you
my
know
words.
what?
I just seen it. I seen it on
I actually
Facebook. Those
sent
are actually Kevin
I actually
Hawley's
sent
words.
you that thing. Yeah.
Yeah, the shit about swimming's out of control.
Well, I actually watched a thing on the news where Caitlyn Jenner got on there and she was all, she was upset because the woman that won the swimming thing didn't go full out.
Yeah, that's what they said, that
But if
she
you're ranked 400 plus against men and then all of a sudden dominate women,
The shit ain't
Well-
right. I'm sorry, the shit ain't right.
agreed.
shit ain't
I
right.
think it's the biggest crock of shit ever.
Very huge size differential. Very huge.
Did you see the
That's
interviews
right
with this
most
cat?
example ever. Most
That dude was like a foot and a half taller than those girls.
And literally looked
He's
like
actually
a Welsh version of Michael Phelps. Have you seen the interview with this dude? This
He's
woman?
fucking huge compared to the other women.
Massive.
Fucking huge.
Yeah,
And
he
then
is fucking huge.
He had the audacity to swim to the other rows and shake hands with the people that he beat. If I'd have been one of those chicks, I'd have smacked him right then and there.
I'm glad for the sportsmanship, but we got to be clear. That was too much. That's the biggest example everybody's going against. You can't have that much of a differential in the competition. You can't. Natural born women, that'd be a different issue. You weren't naturally born a woman. You chose to be one. You can't do that right now. You can't do
Exactly.
that. That's a bad.
Well,
example.
once again, I'm 5'2", I'm 5'3". So if I chose to be a woman, I should be able to go beat up women, right?
I mean, you'll be in decent competition. We can't even argue for you. You're going to lose, first of all. Second of
No,
all,
Yeah, I was
I'm
gonna
gonna
say
lose, I
there's a
know,
lot
but-
of women.
but-
There's a lot of women out there that are bigger and stronger than you.
5'3".
Exactly.
Don't you say shit.
I
about
would
what
be.
sex
It would
you
be.
are.
It would be fine for
And I don't
me
know why
because
you're-
I'm 5'2", 170 pounds on a good day.
And I don't know why your example instantly went to I'm gonna become a woman and go beat up women.
No, but like, what's that? What's that?
Like, why don't you
what's
say?
that guy
why
that
don't you say-
transitioned to a woman, and
That was
Dana
a
White
UFC
kicked him out of
fighter.
the UFC.
Yeah.
He kicked him out of the
Why don't
UFC.
you just say like you're gonna transition and join a women's bowling league or something like that? No, you're like I'm gonna go kick the shit out of women.
Dude, let me be clear. The only transgender who can talk shit to both sexes is Caitlyn Jenner. Because neither sex can beat her ass.
I'll whoop the hell out of
You'll
Caitlyn
try
Jenner.
to.
I don't know. You
Don't
try.
be cool. You might
Come
want to
on.
watch that
No.
motherfucker with them dumbbells when he was doing them 100-pound dumbbells like this, and it was 100
Like
each.
it was nothing.
I'm not fighting that
Like
motherfucker.
it was nothing.
I'm not fighting that motherfucker.
I was like,
I
had
watched,
respect.
I watched that Bert Kreischer has a series on Netflix.
the cabin when Caitlyn
cabin.
shows up.
I was dying when Caitlyn Jenner was there.
Oh my god, he's like,
He was-
Caitlyn,
or
can we
she
be
was-
friends?
she
She's like,
was-
maybe.
Yeah, she was killing me. She was ruthless, man. She was burying Bert Kreischer. I was dying. I was like, damn.
I'm not fighting.
They're like, he said, let's take a picture and post it on my social media and see if it helps me. And she was like, okay, no, you get out, just us two. And it was like, what? He wouldn't even let the man get his own picture. For his
Seriously, Tony,
Instagram.
if you get a chance, watch The Cabin on Netflix. Holy shit, that
I'm
shit
not
is
fighting.
hilarious.
Caitlyn.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
that-
I don't
that-
know the woman's name that he does the bowls thing with.
Mhm.
That big black woman. What's her name?
I can't remember her name. The black lady that was scaring Kelly
Oh,
Kuko or whatever her name is from
she
The
was
Big Bang
fucking
Theory.
hilarious. She was fucking
Was
hilarious.
it Leslie Jones?
That whole show was funny.
No, it wasn't Leslie Jones. I know who Leslie Jones is.
No,
she's
she
obviously
was,
a stand-up comedian, but she's not super well known by. She's not the Kevin Hart of female comedians. You know,
She's kind of an up and comer. She's
agreed.
Miss
She's
Pat.
funny. Miss Pat.
Miss Pat is her name.
Never heard of him.
She's kind of an up and comer. She's still coming up. But before
She's
she
funny
was
as hell.
hey Joe, before she was a comedian, she tells
Mama
stories
Blick, how you
about
doing, man?
how she used to sell crack and this, that, and the other thing. And one of like she said, one of my ex-boyfriends shot me. And when the cops showed up and everybody asked why he shot me, she said because I shot him first.
Goddamn.
Yeah, she's savage. But Bert Kreischer got her sitting around, and this woman shows up, and she's like I forget what it's called, like a motivational healer or whatever. She's got
She
these
did, like,
bowls, and she runs a stick around, and they make
vibration,
sound.
vibrational
Yeah,
healer or
vibration
something
therapy.
like that.
Yeah, it's fucking goofy, and she would not shut the fuck up through the whole thing. She was like, "Bert, this is bullshit. This is bullshit." She was going off. She was hilarious.
She's from Atlanta. She's the same age as me. She's about
She's a big girl.
7
She
years,
funny as hell.
7 months older than me. I don't see how tall she is.
She's fucking
funny as
hilarious.
She had me in stitches. That Asian dude that was on there too. What's his name? He's mildly famous, not crazy famous.
Oh
He's
no,
funny
yeah,
as fuck.
he's famous. He was on Mad TV and he's done a bunch of movies and
Yeah.
shit like that.
But if I walked past him on the street, I wouldn't be able to recognize him. Kind of
Really?
thing. If I heard, I never really watched Mad TV, but it was one of those things like I've seen him do stand up. I've seen him, I've seen videos and stuff and clips and movies and stuff he's been in. Well, holy shit, he was hilarious on that show, The Cabin.
Mama Blick, you all right over there? I see
No, it was
Something
awesome. I mean, the whole show was good because it's just Bert up in a cabin, just doing all these random different
Healing
techniques,
therapy things, yeah.
like to get your body and your mind right. And the whole premise was he told his wife he needed to take a break and get away, and then he
starts a
decided-
show on Netflix.
Yeah. Once he got up there, he started inviting all his comedian friends. Like the first episode had Joey Diaz and Tom Segura on it.
Yeah. Joey Diaz is funny.
But it is Bert Kreischer's fucking hilarious.
going on with your mom, bro?
Yeah, what's up?
She got
Mom?
some shit. She got some shit going on.
Okay.
I don't think she wants me putting it out there, but
Even
yeah,
though
she's just got some shit going on. Hopefully, things will eventually work out.
we got gloves and boots, let us know.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, let's see.
He went to go help Kobe Bryant.
I am trying my best,
Understood.
but we'll stay away from the serious, and we'll try to keep it fun and lighthearted tonight because, as we said, 100 of these
100
sons of bitches.
episodes. And you know what's odd is, we talk a lot of shit on here, but we never run out of shit to say.
Ever.
How are we gonna,
I mean,
You and
what
I
I'm
talk-
saying is like we're not repeating
you and I have
stories,
talked about it.
You know?
Yeah, you and I have talked about. I mean, other than the fact that Tony and Mike like to beat the hell out of Batman and Star Trek,
Watch
but
out. Beat the hell out of football.
But,
Beat the hell out of cars. Leave us alone.
Yeah, exactly.
but we Jeff, you and I have said it. Either on here or outside of the podcast. If one thing that we are good at, we can definitely talk. We've always been able to bullshit and shoot the shit with damn near anybody and everybody about anything and everything. What's going on? And just kind of do our thing. We used to get yelled at in school all the time for talking.
Yeah. Well, on top of that, like, despite the 6 hours we spend a week on the podcast, at least one day throughout, a minimum of every 2 weeks, if not once a week, we'll literally spend an hour to 2 hours on the phone.
Yeah.
Like little girls, just.
Yeah, that's Jeff and I. we do.
Well,
not to mention our-
and it comes down to, every once in a while.
I don't have any Mizzou hats.
He's
Fuck
trying.
Mizzou. Who is Mizzou? Nobody's ever even heard of Mizzou. That's how bad they are.
When it comes down to those 2 hour conversations that are not on the show, it
What
comes
is a
down to
Mizzou?
one of us needs to vent.
Yes.
And we will just literally hey, I'm going to vent for 5 minutes, and then that turns into a 2 hour conversation.
I know what the Mizzou is. That's a zoo in the ghetto.
Only two things came out of Mizzou. Chase Daniels and Michael Sam. I ain't mad at that.
Never heard of him.
I was going to say,
Wasn't Michael Sam the first gay guy?
He wasn't the first. He was the first openly gay.
Well, openly gay.
And
in
I
the
feel bad for
NFL.
him because he could play.
NFL?
He played.
Oh, he was a
fine. He
beast.
just won.
He was a
just didn't
beast.
want him.
Oh, you know
Yeah.
what I saw?
That dude was a monster.
We brought up the late, great Betty White. You know this woman, I watched a story on her. She did that movie with Ryan Reynolds a while back, and they became quick and fast friends.
Mhm.
And in this, I almost sent it to you guys, but I forgot because something else came up. But she had a show way back in the 40s. She was one of the first females on TV.
Mm-hmm.
And she had her own show.
Mm-hmm.
And there were riots because of her show,
Mm-hmm.
because she would refuse to fire the first black man on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Was on her TV show.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, fuck that dude's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
She was a badass.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, that's kind of like me with Tony D. You want me to fire him because he's black, and I say no,
Yeah.
he's good.
So
That's
I
a lot
like
of our
her races.
because you are. You're woke
But
up.
on top of that, she
I'm as good as Betty White.
she eventually married a guy, Alan. He was he hosted a game show.
Nice, Joe.
Congratulations.
Congrats, Joe. You weigh less than I do now.
And you're 7 inches taller than him.
Yeah, exactly. But she actually, she was dating this guy, Alan. He was a host of I can't remember the name of the show he hosted. It was like a game show.
Mm-hmm.
And he asked her to marry her. And she said no. for a year and a half. She said no. Finally, she said yes, and the man died like 10 years later of
Wow.
cancer. And it was one of her biggest regrets that she said no for that year and a half. She
Wow.
loved that man. Her dying words was Alan.
Wow.
It
Yeah.
was fucking heartbreaking watching that
Well,
video.
I'm glad she took time out of her busy afterlife to tell people to watch our show. It was very nice
Yeah,
of her.
exactly. Sweetheart.
You point the finger in this
And of course
direction.
she-
You gotta be careful of that.
You know, if there is a heaven, when I die, and some missed paperwork, I do make it to heaven, I want to meet Betty White.
He said miss paperwork.
Oh yeah, because if I do get into heaven, it's because somebody fucked up.
If you get in heaven, then you
There was-
just remember that.
They spelled your name wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
Meanwhile, I'm in hell going, hey,
Hey, this ain't cool.
you don't belong down there. Hey, I need a weekend pass. I know I have
I
duties
knew
down
it was
here.
one of these guys. I knew it was one of these guys on Nonsensical Nonsense was way up down there. We got the wrong one.
Somebody else is like,
I know I run things down here, but you guys can survive without me for a weekend. I got to go have a conversation. Jeff ain't getting away with this bullshit.
wow.
But yeah, the video I watched, it was on Facebook. I got on a kick last night going through Facebook. And
I was gonna
watching
say
videos.
you was up pretty damn late last night.
I was up till 3.
Yeah, I got up.
I
and
got
other
in.
than
I got into a
notification-
kick where I was watching video after video that were just interesting as fuck. Fell down that
Yeah, I
rabbit
got up.
hole.
I got up this morning and saw all the damn notifications from you, and I'm like, I'm gonna strangle the shit out of Jeff. I swear to God. I'm glad I turned my ringer off at night. This is why my phone is on vibrate 90% of the time, and the other 10% of the time, it's just the sound is completely off on it because my notifications never fucking stop.
Oh, I get notifications. Tony D has gone live with.
Well, yeah, you get those.
Enter person here.
You get those 600 notifications a day, but
That's right. I'm a busy man. I'm a busy man.
I often wonder, it's like, does Tony have a life outside of Haps?
Yes, I do.
I don't know when you find time for it.
Every now and then.
Tony's like, 100 episode of your podcast. I did 100 half broadcasts in an hour and a half.
Today.
Taking my morning shit, I was on 100 half shows.
Good day.
I truly feel that Tony is probably the most known person on Haps.
I don't know about that.
I don't know, because every time I turn around, I literally had 194 notifications when I turned on the Haps today, and I would say 60 to 70% of them were Tony.
Yeah, but you have to look. I mean, he's going live with the same people, so there's people out there that are doing the same thing he's doing. So, it's just you're not following them.
I literally
That's common
don't
sense.
spend a lot of time on Haps because, like, before the show, I oddly enough, first time in like a week that I actually finished on time, and I literally popped on Haps waiting for the notification to come in, and there was 3 people live total, and they were all boring.
And then I come
So I
on.
was like, yeah, no. Well, then I went back to former videos that already had finished, and Tony D sitting there going, "Well, let me see how I'm gonna do this." And I'm like, "Turn your fucking camera on!" That was the episode where Tony's taking the shit. And he's like, "Well, how am I gonna do this? Well, yeah, I'm gonna do this." And
That kills me. That really does kill me with people out here that use this app for live streaming and never turn their camera on. It's like, let me go on a live streaming app where there's a camera and never turn my camera on.
right?
It's not just here. It was on Periscope that people used to do the same thing. It's like, first and foremost, you and your 5 followers, you're not that important that you can't turn your camera on. You have nothing to hide from. Nobody's
Nobody's going to be embarrassed because nobody's going to see you.
Yeah.
And you might actually get more followers if you turn your camera on.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Or just record what you have to say and post it elsewhere.
On YouTube.
And post it on Facebook
Oh,
or whatever.
I have a quick question.
I might have a quick answer.
Well, we discussed something.
Tony, are we taking questions tonight?
Why not?
Okay.
Yes, Chris. So we actually, Chris and I actually mildly talked about this for a few seconds of a new segment I'd like to add. Just a little quick question each day or each episode of what would you do?
Oh yeah,
So-
that's right.
So here's the scenario. I went to the store the other day to get a pack of cigarettes. And saw the neighbor lady and her mother with 2 kids and a flat tire. Now, naturally, being a car nut, I was like, I got that. I changed her tire for her. And she offered me money. Now, here's the question. Would you take the money?
I wouldn't have even changed the tire.
Chris is like, I'll speed up and run her over.
I would have looked to see how.
I would get my camera out and spray her with my hose.
If I was broke, I'd have taken it. I've been in a situation
Exactly.
where I had somebody, and if I needed it, I would have been like, "Thank you." But normally, a woman with kids, hell no.
Exactly.
No, in all honesty, I probably.
I'm not hurting for money at all right now. So I was like, no. And she literally chased me down the street trying to hand me money. And I said, no.
Well,
And
she was appreciative. She was appreciative. But you
she's
tell her,
appreciative.
this is what you
And I
tell
said,
her.
no.
I want
said,
you to go take these kids, and there was a time you couldn't do something for them. Go do it with this money right now.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
what I
she's literally, she lives maybe 10 houses away, and she has a little general store that she sells candy and shit and chips and whatnot. And I said, don't worry about it. But now what she's doing is she's literally, every time my kids go there, she throws a little extra in for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's
exactly.
good. And
Yeah,
here's the
she's
thing:
good.
you didn't try to take advantage of a woman in distress. That's
Right.
to be respected, first of all.
Surprisingly.
Second of all, you stupid. Second of
I'm
all,
no, it's Jeff. Come on, it's Jeff. Come
If
on,
it
really.
had been Tony,
I'm
I'd be
sur-
like, well,
I'm surprised Jeff didn't. I'm surprised Jeff was like, "Oh, if you really want to repay me."
I had a friend of mine that needed some help moving, and I was unemployed at the time. She knew it too. She was as well. But when I helped her move, she offered to give me $50. She knew I had already got my last check. I was going to be unemployed. And I told her, I said, if I didn't have to take this, I wouldn't. She said, no, I want you to have it. I already know what we're going through, but I'm good.
right.
And I told her I was going to pay her back. I'm still looking for her ass because she literally fell off the map. There's
Yeah.
15 of us looking for her because we all used to hang out. We don't know where the hell she is. We're trying to find because I'm going to give her that money back. I'm going to give her money back. As a
And,
man,
you know,
you're supposed to
that's-
help people in distress. That's just a code. But you know, if
Well,
you need it,
that's
nothing wrong with taking it.
it was changing a tire. I love working on cars, even if it's changing the tire, changing the oil, I don't care. And, and her son was there. Her son's maybe 7 or 8. And he asked me questions all the time. He says, how do you do that? How do you do that? So I taught him. I said,
That's
well, this
right.
is how you do it. So
That's
the
right.
next time
That's right.
you can do your
That's
And
right.
it was, I of course would have done it for free. I did do it for free. I didn't ask for money. I
Change the tire,
literally
yeah.
ran away from her as she tried to give me money. But I saw it as a teachable
son.
moment for her son.
And
And
that's what she
you
know,
appreciated more than anything. She appreciated that more.
Let's be honest, Jeff.
yeah.
You didn't run anywhere. You might have
No, I
walked
did not
away
run.
at a
I walked fast.
slightly brisk,
I
slightly
walked away at a
brisk
brisk
walk.
pace. We'll put it that way.
a little bit
with heavy
faster
hands.
than you
I would have
normally
gone
would.
faster, but I couldn't light my cigarette light fast enough.
You walked with heavy hands. That's what you did.
Yeah. No, at the end of the day, I've always been one that you take care of your neighbors. So my neighbor actually, when she moved out, the last one that
Gotcha,
I had,
Joe.
when she moved out, she came over because she had somebody that was supposed to help her move a couple bigger things out that was just going in the dumpster. And I was home, and she asked if I could help her, and I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. And she was like, oh, you got PayPal or whatever? I was like, nah, I don't use any of that stuff. She's like, well, I want to give you some money. I said, don't worry about it, Don't worry about it. And I had to go
Well,
do something.
even-
I came back, and she'd come back and put money in an envelope and taped it to my door, knowing damn well I don't know. I barely knew her name.
Let me put it to
Let
this
alone
way.
anything
That means
else.
She meant it.
Oh yeah,
That means
No, she
meant it.
appreciated
That means she was a struggler, which you could give them that. If they mean it and they're not struggling, cool. But just let them know you wasn't trying to take advantage of them. You wasn't doing it for the money. Which
oh
you
yeah,
did.
no,
You still
I've
like-
always been one.
Which is
Yes. Because you might have helped
I've
her
always
get
been
out of
one to take care of my
situation. She was
neighbors and
not
stuff
even
like
Thanks,
that.
Cam.
So big ups for that.
Well,
Big ups for that.
it's not only that. Like, let's say if, God forbid, one of you guys needed someone to help me move, I'd be there, and I wouldn't ask
Jeff,
for anything except for maybe lunch. And no, I'm
Well,
not
that's
helping
funny
you
that you
move
say
right
that,
now.
Jeff, because I'm gonna be moving, and I need
I'll
you to
send
come
you some
help me.
boxes. I'll send you boxes.
Yeah, see,
How's that?
see,
That's
see?
the help he meant.
Yeah.
No, but what I'm saying is, like, if you live next door and you're like, "Hey, dude, can you help me move?" Yeah, sure, not a problem.
Of course.
I'm not afraid of hard work. I've
That is
done it,
also one of
and
the best ways
and
to
I
lose
would
friends.
never.
Ask them to help you move.
Yeah, you ain't kidding.
I'm
No,
getting
that's
too old
right.
for this shit. I've
A
moved
buddy of mine,
24 times in my life. I'm tired of moving.
a
Yeah.
buddy of mine.
No, that's what I said. When I move out of this
I'd rather
place,
stand in line for
it'll
a
be-
beating than move.
yeah. When I move out of this place, it'll be the last time I ever move.
Bet that.
I'm done moving, dog.
Lord willing, it'll be the last time I ever move when I
I
move
have
out of
moved
this place.
24 times in my life.
Well, when my wife and I
But how much
first
of that
got
was
together-
military related?
Yeah, but that doesn't really count because it's literally just grabbing a bag.
No, it doesn't. No.
No, not when you're getting
No,
relocated and you have a house and everything
okay.
like that.
Oh, okay. Well,
I had a lot of guys that I knew down in Charleston that had been.
I was never.
Cam's
About 10 of them were
I never
military.
lived off base.
About 10 of them were military. The others were just me, myself.
Cam's dad was in the Coast Guard. They moved around a little bit when Cam was younger. So I mean,
Oh,
I
shit.
guess
Hey, yo,
that's-
Cam,
yeah.
tell your dad I said salute. They get less respect than everybody. Big ups to the Coast Guard. Fuck what you heard. They don't
Fuck
get enough
that.
respect.
Big
They
ups
don't
to
get enough.
Space Force.
they tried to steal me one time.
They should have took your ass. You need it.
They tried to.
Yeah. They
Coast
probably
Guard is-
knocked
I was on the boat
that
doing-
smart-ass
I used
mouth
to-
off you.
They be catching hell.
No,
bro.
I used to
Catching hell.
do. I used to service a couple of their boats when I worked at Orkin.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you told that story.
Yeah,
should've
and I
took
was on the
that.
boat
They-
one
they
day
drove
doing the
off.
service, and I had
You
just
should've
started
got a
talking to
uniform
him.
and like, let's go, boys.
I was
We're
talking to
heading
a couple of the guys, and I'm doing my service, and the boat starts, and I was like, "Oh, is the boat moving, or is it just the waves?"
We got a live one, goddammit.
All of a
And I
sudden, that
come out-
recruiter shows up with a clipboard. Sign here,
Yeah.
Mr. Glick.
You want to get back to land, boy?
They wanted to get you before the Marines got you.
Little did you know that I was Aquaman. Deuces.
Just like a bat. I get it.
Tony, you were in the Air
No,
Force.
no, I was on that
International
boat.
Guard. International
In
Guard.
National
yes.
Guard, okay. So here's my question. You ever been on an aircraft carrier?
No. Yes.
Yeah,
I had a
I have.
girlfriend. Her dad was in the Navy. We had lunch on the aircraft carrier. Those things are fucking humongous.
Well, here's a funny story. My first time crossing the equator, I was on the USS Kitty Hawk, and my CO comes to me and he says, "We're going to cross the equator. I have a job for you." Now, granted, I am maybe 19,
Ready to go?
full of balls
Yeah,
and
ready to
no
go.
brains, the whole 9 yards.
What you need me to do? It don't even
Young,
matter.
dumb,
Let's
young,
go.
dumb,
Young,
full
dumb,
of cum,
cum,
ready to
yep.
rock.
Mhm.
And this motherfucker made me stand there till 6 a.m. And he says, now, when we cross the equator, there's buoys. And we got to make sure we don't hit them. Which is a flat-out fucking lie.
Right.
But as you know in the military, when you're given an order,
You're supposed to
you
do.
follow it.
You trying to get that
So
EPR?
I stood at parade rest all night long looking for buoys on the equator. And then at around 6 a.m., we had been across the equator for several hours at that point. He said, "Did you see the buoys?" And I said, "No, sir, I did not." So they made me jump off the aircraft carrier. And that, sir, is one of the scariest falls you will ever feel.
You PTSD. You don't even know it. Take your ass to the VA. The fuck is wrong with you?
It was fucking awesome, though.
Pardon
Because
my French. I know it's about to be break time, but you need to take your ass to the VA.
it was awesome.
Watch your
Awesome.
fucking mouth, Tony. God damn, what's wrong with you? We don't talk like that on here.
Horse
Yeah.
shit.
Some
Take your ass
bitch.
to the VA. I'm in the VFW, damn it. Cam, tell your dad I said salute. I mean that shit.
Bet that.
Tell him he needs to go
Agreed.
too.
Cam's dad is AKA Nickelback.
No, the CO,
Like Nickelback word.
was one of the greatest guys. A guy named Jim Dale. This dude was hilarious, and he would always fuck with us like that. And it was almost a sign of affection.
It is a sign of
You know,
affection when they
if
punish
you didn't get fucked up, if you didn't get fucked with, that means we didn't like you.
If you didn't get fucked,
that's-
huh?
Fucked with. Smart ass. Listen here, Mr.
In the
Oswald.
Navy, you can sail the 7 seas in the Navy.
I would pay.
Jeff,
I will
Jeff.
pay to watch you stand around a bunch of Navy men and sing that.
I think I'd pay too.
Watch
I
you
think
get
I would pay too. I would pay too.
Well, once they take each other's dick out of
I
their
will
mouths,
pay
then maybe
because
I'll be
a
worried.
grizzly bear.
I want to see. I want to see if they'll survive that shit. 'Cause the motherfuckers today, no sir.
Because they will
If I
drown
wasn't
your
jerking my
ass.
boyfriend off right now, I'd be so mad at you, sir. All right, Captain. Ships ahoy! Watch out!
Don't be
Don't
fooled,
forget your safety goggles. It burns.
bro. Bro, don't be
don't.
fooled.
Don't play that game. No, some of the scariest bar fights I've ever been in. You walk into a Marine bar dressed as in your naval uniform, and I got
I'm going in the Air
fucking
Force
roped
uniform.
into that.
I'm walking in the
got
Air Force
roped.
uniform. Shit.
Yeah, but the Navy and the Marine Corps, man, they just like to fuck with each other.
The Marines like to fuck with everybody.
Oh yeah, well that's true.
I was over there with
That's
them.
because they're all stupid.
Me and
and I
this
can
one
see
dude was
that.
playing dominoes, talking shit, and I had to
Give
straighten
them a
my arm
box
to
of
do that
crowns,
fucking
and
time,
they're as happy as can be. They're happier than a pig in shit. You give them a 64 pack of Crayola crowns, the Marines are happy.
too. Don't play
Yeah,
with
that's
them.
true.
Don't play with them. They're taking
No,
motherfuckers
I'll
with
tell you
records
what.
now.
I'll tell you what. The funniest thing I ever, my CEO, he used, like I said, he used to fuck with us, and he ordered us, 6 of us, to walk in the bar and go and mess with the guys playing pool. He said, "Go in there." Go. And it was our punishment for doing something stupid. But he's
set y'all
he
up.
says, "I'm not." Oh, of course he did. He did it
Set
on
y'all the
purpose.
fuck up.
But we were talking shit to him and how, calling him a pussy and whatnot. And he says, "Oh, well, let's see how much of a pussy you guys are. Go in there and fuck with that pool table." 9 Marines play pool, and we go in there and grab the fucking cue ball and run away. Fucking worst beating I ever got in my life. That motherfuckers are quick.
All they do is run all damn day. The fuck you thinking
Exactly.
about?
I was like, I'm in the Navy. I can run. Fuck this. I got this, boys. I grabbed that cue ball. I started running like somebody had fucking shot me. And I turned around, and next thing you know, there's hands on me. And I was like, God damn, these fuckers are quick.
They run with 60-pound rucksacks and boots. And
Yeah.
you catch a motherfucking civilian clothes and think you're going to outrun them. You
Yeah,
stupid.
they were in civvies too, man.
You stupid.
Oh, man.
They exercising that shit. We used to play
That-
football in boots when I was in tech school.
Yeah.
They came out there talking shit. We said, okay, we'll go play. We was out there playing against them boys. We was in combat boots and half uniforms playing football. They didn't care. We didn't either. Okay, let's go. Shit.
Hell yeah.
Goddamn Texas. Woo.
Fuck Texas.
Hey, there's some women in Texas I like to
Yeah,
deal
we
with.
used
I
to
ain't
do a
gonna
bunch
say.
of
I got
dumb
some people
shit.
down there. I got some good people from Texas. I can't say that. I got some good people from Texas.
I'll take your word
But
for
yeah,
it.
I guess it's time for break.
It is time for break.
I don't want to say that over the internet, Cam, but I'm not that far away. Let me put it to you that way. Because I would ask your father if he has gone, and I would ask what's his, but honestly, privacy ain't not supposed to tell nobody, but I tell you on the side, I don't want to throw it up here. I could talk about it all day, but I don't throw nobody's, that's a little too private. Now, there's some guys up here that'll tell you they're 100%, I'm not.
I got a buddy of mine. He's 100.
Yeah, I'm not far either, trust me. And Jeff asked me to go to his fucking damn self.
No, ain't gonna happen. I don't need any help.
Bullshit. Who the fuck is this?
I smoke and I drink. I'm fine.
Hold on, I'll be right back. Somebody just pulled up in my house. Hold on.
Oh! Oh! Take your camera! Shit! It's about to get real. That fucking Uber driver that was there the other day. It's the Klan. Run! Hey, that reminds me, Chris, did it ever bother you as a kid? I had a buddy of mine
It's the
who used
Klan,
to bother
really?
me.
It's the Klan. Fuck you.
You're not white neighborhood, man. They just don't like you. He said it's the Klan. But I had a buddy of mine back in high school. He used to get so pissed off when people would turn around in his driveway. That never bothered me.
Well, when people turn around your
they,
driveway.
they pull in and back out and go the opposite way.
Oh, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I don't give a
It
fuck.
never bothered me, but this dude used to get
It
seriously
bothers
pissed off.
Tony. It bothers Tony because he's up to shady shit. He's doing
Yeah.
some shady nonsense. You know, he's worried.
If I was
Want to make
sleeping
fun of me
with
because
dogs, they'd have just
want to make
about-
fun of me because I look out the window and I hear sirens. Them
His
motherfuckers are
anxiety is
suspect as hell.
50%. All of our anxieties are 50% by themselves. Just got to prove
all
it.
the
Trust me.
time.
We should all had anxiety off the rip, and that was one of the biggest things we did not do. Found that out afterwards. Go to break before I start talking this shit, because I will be an hour with any and every veteran
Yeah.
of this motherfucker getting this shit cleared the fuck up. Y'all want to have an episode? We can do that shit. We
No,
can
you
start-
won't, because
and I can show you the rules right fucking now.
I'll just put you in timeout.
No, you won't.
But with that being said, we are going to take a real quick break.
Yep.
Go Blacktop Mojo for you guys, as we say every week. If you don't know who they are, well, do yourself a favor and go check them out. And if you do know who they are,
Do you
make
some
sure
favor,
you
tell
let them
everybody
know.
else to check them out.
Yeah, to everybody else. Go check them out. Go follow them. Go show them some love.
No, it doesn't. Sorry, go ahead. Cam gonna get me started. Cam gonna get me started. We got time today.
Let them know that we sent you. Hey, Jeffrey, check this out.
Yeah.
I'm going to hit the play button. You notice something missing?
No.
Ads.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, that's why I was venting about the David shit so you could actually find it.
No, I got the premium.
Hey,
No more ads.
Oh, you got premium YouTube? Go for
money
it.
bags.
No, it's podcast money. Oh, they got me, those sons of bitches. I was sitting here. I was waiting for it to drop. I was like, "Where's it at? Where's it at?"
That wasn't bad at all. That really wasn't. Who else to know?
Oh, I like that song.
Actually-
They got
They actually
Well, now
started
that-
to get me when they started to slow down. I was like, nope, not yet. Not today, Satan. No, they got some great songs. I literally have them playing sometimes in the background while I'm working. Although today, I did a funny with the wife. I thought it was hilarious.
Well, we'll take a time out on your funny for a second. Jeez.
Yeah, go ahead.
Welcome,
I'll tell you a little
welcome.
quick story about it
Yeah.
when we're done.
Yeah, welcome back to Nonsensical Nonsense, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the first hour. We're just kind of hanging out, shooting the shit, having some fun. Here in just a little bit, we do have a special guest joining us tonight. We have our third interview. Cameron hooked us up, so thank you. Shout out to Cameron. He'll be joining us here in just a little bit. I'm looking forward to that. Jeffrey, football. Remember that?
Oh, okay. That's the one with the net at the back, right? The little black thing, right?
Yeah, on the ice.
Oh.
Why I
And
gotta
then
be
they've
black?
got then they've got the plates.
Because a puck is black, asshole.
Yes. But welcome back to the show, guys. If you're not already, feel free to check us out on all social media at Nonsensical Nonsense on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. You can join us here every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday night live on Haps. If you don't have the app, download it. It's a free app. Give Nonsensical Nonsense a follow. And come hang out in the chatters box and shoot the shit with us. You can also get every episode of the podcast on Spotify and basically anywhere and everywhere you get your little podcast and jollies at. Just search up Nonsensical Nonsense. Give us a listen, give us a share, give us a follow. We'd greatly appreciate that. And you can always email us if you'd like to get into the chatters box list, or you just want to email us about anything or everything in general at nonsensicalnonsenspodcast@gmail.com. And I forgot to mention it at the beginning of the show, but we do have a merch store at Teespring, or it's teespring.com/Nonsensical Nonsense Podcast. We got hoodies, we got shirts, we got cups, we got stickers, we got all kinds of fun stuff. I'm actually wearing one of our shirts tonight.
Yeah.
The GWO t-shirt for Glick World Order. But
For those
we do appreciate y'all listening.
The,
As always, I'm Glick. And then we got Jeff and Tony with us tonight. What'd you say, Jeffrey?
I am
Celebrating
Teespring.
100 of these goofy ass podcast episodes.
We're gonna roll a PTI, damn it.
What the hell did he just say?
I don't know, but he's running around the house just screaming shit out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You okay back there, buddy? You need to hit your life alert button, old man?
God damn it. Grown folks take care of their own shit. Get mad at me, God damn it.
Help, I'm falling and I can't get up.
No, so what I was saying is I did a funny with my wife today. You've seen
Was it
you've
funny?
seen the videos on TikTok and YouTube and stuff where you type out and send individual song lyrics. And they're like, wait, what?
Oh, yeah.
Who? You know?
Yeah.
So I did that with my wife, and the problem is she's 8 hours difference than me. So I got through the entire first set of song lyrics and chorus before she responded, and she's like, "What are you talking about?" But I had to do it because I thought it was funny. I did it to the song "All Out of Love" because she's not here, so I'm missing her. So I literally typed out. I'm lying here with my head on the phone, thinking
You
you
tried not to
until
do
it
it.
hurts.
You was trying. You was trying not to
I-
so precious.
You know what? Fuck you all, because I miss my wife immensely.
I like that.
It's one of those, it's one of those things. It's like, you don't. When someone's there every day, you somewhat take them for granted, and you're like, oh my god, just leave me alone for 5 minutes. But holy shit,
5 days.
it's been a little over a week, and I'm going nuts. And I got another 2 weeks to go. 2.5 weeks.
Don't you worry. She'll be home
you.
Don't worry.
That was for Christmas.
Be happy.
Jacques Pierre showed her around Paris.
No, she's in London right now.
This,
She is on her way to the Harry Potter
Now
studios.
she's hanging out with.
Blick, you ain't
What-
shit. You ain't shit.
Now she's hanging out with some guy, Milton Bradley III, having tea and crumpets.
I'll tell you what, if she's hanging out with Milton Bradley the third, she can send me some of that.
Not that Milton Bradley.
money.
Not that Milton Bradley. This Milton Bradley's got busted up gangly ass teeth.
So everybody in Britain.
Yeah.
No, but
I
she's
couldn't
actually
think of British names.
he's fucking Harry Potter himself. But she is going to the Harry
I
Potter
got you,
tour.
Cam. That's what I need to know. Appreciate that. I got you.
Don't tell me how to run my show.
God damn it.
But yeah, we actually video chatted today because they had just landed in London, got to their Airbnb, and they were we're so happy and so I was like, all right, have fun. But
Yeah, you sound like you miss her, Jeffrey.
no. Well, here's the thing.
She's trying to tell you about her trip, and
No,
you're like, yeah,
well,
whatever, bitch. I don't care. Have fun.
I don't want
Bye,
to go
gotta
into detail. I don't want to go into detail what we talked about because the YouTube videos are going to be coming when she gets back. She's starting the YouTube channel, so. But I changed my Facebook profile picture. I don't know if you guys saw that, but that picture she took herself, and it literally looks like it could be a wallpaper on a professional site. It's that good. It looks really cool, and it's nobody in it. It's just a view from the bottom of the Eiffel Tower with the lights on and the whole 9 yards. It looks dope as shit.
Blick is up here blowing holes out of his mouth. Fucking
I know.
Just listening to the story.
He's blowing a hole out. I'm like, I missed you.
He's jealous.
Oh, shit.
He's still jealous that I'm married.
Oh.
Have you not seen my girlfriend?
No,
That is a lifetime.
jealous.
That is a lifetime upgrade. I
I'm
started
jealous
with your
of
goofy ass.
I'm jealous of Blake Lively. That doesn't mean I'm not happily married.
Fuck Blake Lively. Hashtag fuck Blake Lively.
Hashtag flex Blake Lively. And Kevin
I don't
Costner's
know.
wife too.
Why do these guys hate me so much? Kevin Costner, at least they know your name. Bitch. Kevin Costner's wife uses hashtag fake fuck Blake Lively too. Love you, Joe.
Love you, Joe.
Ma'am,
Good luck.
you get at me if you got to. And I'm only going to tell you this because if you can't talk to him, you can. If you can't talk to Jeff, you can't talk to me. Go through them first, but if you got to, holler at me. He already
Leave my
told me
mama
where.
alone.
He gave me a little bit of incentive on how to sit back. But if push kind of shove, we just need to vent. They got this. I'll be third and fourth. You welcome me. You showed me openness from day fucking one. So if I can be an ear, I'll try and do that for it. Let me tell y'all something. That's the first mother. When I try to sit back and be respectful, she told me don't be. I was like, well, I don't want to act like his son up here. It's the first option, meeting the mom. She said, where the fuck do you get it from? I said, okay, how the fuck are you? She said, how the fuck are you? We're good. That's classic shit.
That's okay. At least she acknowledges you. She just tells me to fuck off.
Yeah.
She
She
just
said,
says,
fuck
"Fuck
you.
you."
That shit was fucking hilarious. I fucked with mom, okay? Moms, you got support around here. Well, if you go drinking, we'll drive you home. If you got a problem, we're showing up. And if you need money, if we got it, you're going to get it. I just want you to fucking know this shit, okay? Okay, I'm sorry. Get in my mode every now and then, man. Shit. People tell me they need help, I kind of switch to the good. That I don't give a fuck.
Oh, go on. Time out. Here comes Tony in his cape.
Yeah.
Shit.
You see, she said thank you, right? Fuck you.
That actually reminds me. I don't know if you guys have heard the TikTok or seen it. It's if your wife's the being man one. He goes, if your wife's mad, put a cape on her so she can be super mad. Be a man.
Right.
And I want to do it to my wife, but I don't want to get killed. So
I was
I'm
saying
torn.
your wife is Latina. She will stab you in a second.
Yes,
Oh,
she
you
will.
have no idea.
Yes, she will.
You have no idea.
Yes, she will.
We actually contemplated if I could get her on camera. I want to do a series of So You Married a Latina. What the fuck did I do? So it was like, fuck you, Jeff.
That means she's feeling better. That's what we need. That's what I want.
In the in
Now for
the
something
in the
fucked
last in the last hour,
Yeah, we're
Cameron.
doing the last hour.
I didn't want to get into it now because I know it usually takes us a minute to get through it. So we'll
Yeah,
we'll
'cause
get into it after our second break. Because I know our guest has a hard out at 8 o'clock, so that'll be perfect.
Yeah.
Wrap that up and roll into break.
By
And
the way,
then
Joe,
come
you
back.
spelled "by" wrong. So,
Really, this is the time.
hey, I literally spend 90% of my day on Grammarly, and
Joe, if you need his location is on his Snapchat. I know exactly where he lives, so I can send that to you if you would like.
Joe, we got plenty of room.
Come Saturday, it's just going to be Tony and I because Jeff's going to be dead.
Mama Glick be taking my spot. I'm here, boys.
I can't lie. That's a classic phrase from her up here. Jeff, fuck you. I love that shit.
You know what? I want my T-shirt, motherfuckers.
Yes.
That's my next T-shirt.
Yes.
I'm hesitant to put swear words on shirts.
I am too.
I don't blame you. You
Uh,
can't wear
our
them in
new-
public.
our new
We can wear
glass-
them on the show. We can wear them on the show. Just can't wear
That
them.
is true.
Well, yeah, but that's
Our new
why I like
glass.
what.
Did you see it, Chris?
Yeah, I did see that. It looks pretty cool.
Looks cool,
That's
right?
why when I made the hoodie and stuff, I just put F instead of the full
Yeah.
word, and then I always say fuckers anyway. So
Right. Yeah, I actually was contemplating doing profanity shirts, but I didn't know how well they would do.
yeah,
But like, we could do a limited run maybe and just get them ourselves.
It would have to be just for ourselves. I wouldn't throw it out to the public. We could wear it for the show.
oh yeah, 100% just us.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious if Cash wore that hoodie to school this week.
If you fucking let him.
Oh, of course
He's
he
not
did.
here during this. He's not
What
here
are you
during the
talking
school
about?
week.
That's
I told him he
it's
could
all-
wear
it's
it.
all Mom.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck it.
Okay.
I told
Yeah,
him he could
there's
wear
no
it. I was like,
profanity
go
on
wear
it.
it. I said the worst thing I'm going to tell you to do is take it off.
Or turn it
And
inside out.
that, or if they ask you about it, you can just be like, "That's my dad's podcast. You should listen to it."
Who is Brandon Ford?
I actually saw something from him. I saw something.
That's our guest.
That's our
Okay,
guest.
cool.
Yes. He's our 100th episode guest. If I can find the post, I'll give you his stats real quick.
I was going to do all that when
Well, no, that's
I
fine.
bring him up.
Well, the funny thing is I like right before the show, I got a call from one of my coworkers, and she's like, "I know you're getting ready to do a show, but she talking work stuff, and she's like, yeah." I said, "It's our 100th episode." She goes, "Oh, congratulations!" She congratulated all of us, and I said, "Yeah, we have a celebrity guest," and she's like, "Who?" And I was like, "I don't remember his name."
Well,
No offense
and
to
the biggest
Brandon,
thing
but
was he did say we just had a celebrity guest, and he only said the name once. I had other
Yeah.
shit going on, so that's my fault. But yeah, big ups to him coming up here for real.
We have social media that I posted it on.
Yes, it is right here.
In the future, when we have
I
guests
shared
on,
it out.
I
shared it out.
need you boys to do a little bit of fucking homework.
I did. I actually did do research.
At least learn their name. I'll handle everything else. Or
He was
if
at
you
the
don't
University of
know, don't
Clemson,
admit to
and he eventually played for
don't
the
admit
Patriots
to
as
not
a free
knowing.
agent.
And
Well, I had other
I'll
shit.
handle it.
No, I'll take that heat because I had other shit going on. I'll admit it. I was going to leave everything wide open for the conversation we had right here. I know you.
I
had the
did
insight of
research for the
breakdown.
simple
I knew
fact
that.
I know nothing about sports except for which ones are which. So I was like, okay, I gotta look this dude
Which
up.
one's a which? And you hang around this guy. Who the fuck?
I
what
jest.
protection was
I
you
jest
providing?
when I say football's the one with the net and the puck. However, I do know the
sheltered.
difference. But sports are just not my bag.
The NFL has
But,
been to Mexico. Cut this shit out.
they were talking about putting a team in Mexico at one
Yeah,
point.
Mexico City.
Yeah.
That's where he's at.
And they were talking about putting a team in London too.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they said unless they had multiple teams, it would be a tough schedule for teams to play somebody in Mexico or in London because of the time difference
Right.
and stuff like that.
I agree.
Yeah. Well, the time difference in Mexico wouldn't be terrible. It's
Wouldn't be
central.
terrible, but London.
But it is a trek. The London thing. Yes. No. Agreed, Cam. That's why I'm going to sit here and be like, so.
What's your record in a game? Strikes and rebounds. How many strikes and rebounds did you have in a game, sir?
Yeah.
What?
That is
Never mind him.
But,
Never mind him. He's special needs. This is a Make
It
a
is
Wish thing that
possible,
we
by the
do.
way.
well, no,
This is nonsensical
as a
nonsense
joke,
gives back.
as a joke, I did mention to Chris. I said, so I shouldn't say which baseball team did you play for? And Chris is like, yeah, go ahead. You know, he's a really big guy, and he does have the means to come down there and whoop your ass. And I said, well, okay, we won't do that joke. So,
Again, I have your location. I can just share it to every. If anybody has a problem with Jeff, feel free to email us at nonsensicalnonsenspodcast@gmail.com, and I will gladly send you a screenshot of his real life, real time location.
yeah, go ahead. A, you can't get past the gate. B, I have 8 dogs in the house.
I'm
You
sure
probably can't get past customs.
Yeah, amen to that.
Jeff got past
Past
customs. I'm sure somebody else can.
I drove.
He
There
bought
was
it
no
he bought it
customs.
afterwards. He ain't fooling nobody. I know what he did. He knew what he get it for down there when he got down there.
No, in all seriousness, when you drive into Mexico, they literally, you get in the border of Bronzeville, they literally, they look at you, check your driver's license that you have one, and wave you on. And when you, like, literally, I got 10 miles into the country before I realized I had to turn around and go back to fucking immigration. Because they don't tell you, oh, pull over there and go to immigration. No, they just, see you later.
I almost took that
And-
job, but it doesn't pay enough. I hate to say it.
Immigration?
Customs.
I would probably still
Okay.
be on that job right now.
Well, Jeff's original thought when he left the country, he was going to go to Canada. But
Yeah, they kick
Too
me.
cold.
I
Too
fucking
fucking
they have standard. No, they have standards,
Fucking
there,
A.
so they wouldn't let him.
standards. No, they have Quebecois, and they're like people that want to leave the house but still get an allowance because they're
So just like, screw it, I'll go to
we want to
Mexico."
pull away from Canada and be our own country, but we still want to use the Canadian dollar. That's like moving out of your house and saying, "Oh, please still pay me my allowance."
Right.
So fuck Quebec. And I say this with one of my friends being Quebecois.
It sounds
No,
like a
it's-
disease. He should probably
I know,
see a
right?
doctor.
I tell him that all the time. He's actually a really cool guy. His accent's really thick. This is the guy that was down here the other day, Chris, and I sent you a video of us drinking. His accent is really strong, but the more I drink, the more I understand him.
I don't think you actually understand
But
him.
but I was telling him,
That's
I
a,
said,
there's
"You know,
a
saying you're Quebecois means it just sounds weird." He's like, "Well, I'm from Quebec." I said, "I know, but it just sounds like a disease or something.
just
Maybe you can get a shot."
just like, I got some penicillin up here in the bedroom. That should clear that right up.
Should.
Should, if not take another one.
You need a Z-Pack. That'll
But the
knock
funniest
everything
thing is to watch this guy curse. You know how we use "fuck" as an adjective and a noun and everything.
Mhm.
They don't. When you're French, you don't say "fuck." You say "tabarnak." And this dude uses it like we use "fuck," and it is the funniest thing ever because I lose my shit. I start laughing. He's like, "tabarnak," and I'm like, "What'd you say?"
Wow.
The first time he said it, I was like, "Wait, what'd you say?" He's like, "This,
What in the
it's
hell?
like shit."
No, speaking of Canada, and Sadie shows up. What's going on, Sadie?
Hey, Sadie.
See? He's
Somebody
speaking
put
of
the Canadian signal up.
yeah. Somebody's ears were burning because I was talking shit about Canada.
I wasn't doing it this time.
But Sadie, you're not from Quebec, are you?
Montreal.
Nah.
I guess you're all
What, Jeff? You want to say something? Like, I feel like
I
you got
guess
something to say. Yeah, I guess it'd be all right.
Canada and I are never
Can I ask
real
one serious
close. Yeah,
question?
go ahead.
No,
OBJ really coming back to Cleveland?
I've heard rumors.
it's rumors. It's rumors, and OBJ said, yeah. OBJ said the door's not closed
No.
and he's open.
Well,
I
here's-
don't
here's
know.
the
Now
thing
he
I
wants
have.
to come back. because Deshaun Watson's there.
Here's
And
my
he's also
question.
got a ring already, so he's okay.
I mean,
Right.
if he comes back, that'd be fantastic for my closet because as long as I give him number 13 again, because I wouldn't have to retire that jersey. But
Well, here's my question when it comes to, and this is not a joke. This is a true question. It's not shitting on anybody. But when was the last time the Browns won the Super Bowl?
they've never won the Super Bowl. They've never even been in the Super Bowl.
That's
But
But they
they
have
do.
eight. But they have 8 NFL championships.
What is the difference?
It was the championship before the Super Bowl was introduced in '65.
Okay, so okay,
But before that, that's where they were. You won the NFL championship, but they have 8 of them, and the last one they won was in '64, which was the year before the Super Bowl.
I don't know why, but Brendan says he got the app downloaded and created the account. So send him the link. You might want to send him a message, ask him for the what his account name is, so you can send him.
Well, you
the
got it right there.
invitation.
You already got it pulled up. Just ask him what his.
I don't know. Well, okay.
We just need his screen name or whatever. That way I can shoot him an invite. And it's on. Or he can come in here and let us know he's here in the chatter's box, and I should hopefully be able to bring him up that way somehow. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with OBJ, to be 100% honest with you. I've seen
It's
that
his,
today.
It's his name, Chris.
Okay. I seen that today, and I was like, don't
That would be a
be
good
that guy.
question for Brandon, right? I mean, maybe he knows. Maybe he knows, dude.
There we
Possibility.
go. He should get a notification.
Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill, Mike Gesicki, Chase Edmonds.
I'm gonna tell him if I said.
Damn, that's a serious offense.
I even without that Tyreek Hill, I just told you Monday that
No, you did.
Miami
You did.
was doing stuff, and you're like, no, they're not.
Because they still not gonna get past Buffalo to me. They're not gonna get past Buffalo.
Man, Buffalo's taking over, but New England's not far behind.
I know.
They-
That's my point. See, they still got competition in that division, so the AFC East is looking pretty good.
Well, that's what I said Monday night. The AFC East is not a slouch division
Good Lord.
by no
have mercy.
means.
Jesus Christ. And this is on fucking Twitter.
It's like the AFC North
Damn.
is no slouch division.
Who the fuck is that? I need to
Kayla
follow their
Ross.
account.
Kayla Ross.
Caleb Ross.
It's the same thing I said. Like, the AFC North is not a slouch division. Even with Pittsburgh going through whatever the hell they're going through.
It's not South Division. It should be Cincinnati. Baltimore's falling apart, in my opinion, even though they up there. Pittsburgh is looking like we don't know. And the Browns, y'all should be coming up.
Yeah. Well, Cincy
y'all have been up. It just hasn't been capitalized upon yet. You know what I'm saying?
Cincy just did some big things for their offensive line in the last
Cincy's
week.
There he is.
Cincinnati's
Let's,
a problem. They should
Brandon
take
is
those-
in the building, folks.
Let's go ahead and bring our guest on the show with.
Outstanding.
Perfect timing too, by the way.
Yeah, right.
Gotta give it to the man. He's on
There
time.
he is.
I like it.
Yo,
How you doing,
There he
Brandon?
is.
What's going on?
What's up?
How you doing, man?
What is up, sir?
Let's do a real quick introduction for you. I'm Glick. The other little guy, the crazy looking guy down there, that's Jeffrey.
Why
And then we
mess up
got Tony in the house. This is our crew, guys. Everybody listening, let me introduce and welcome y'all, Mr. Brandon Ford, former tight end for the University of Clemson Tigers and New England Patriots, correct?
Yes, sir.
Nice. How you
That
doing
is
tonight?
impressive.
I heard you're running around. You're all over the place right now.
Well, I'm doing good. I got my phone on a stand so that I could drive and obviously talk. I don't want nobody to, nobody should practice at home because it can't be too much of a distraction. But obviously, I'm facing forward. The phone's right in front of the window, so or the mirror. I mean, not window. You know what I mean? Front windshield.
Yeah.
So I'm here to do this with you
Yeah.
guys. How you guys doing?
Well,
Good.
we do
Good. No, you
appreciate
sound good.
your time, sir, to come out and talk with us. Uh, I'm going to go ahead and say I don't know sports very well, but these other two gentlemen do know very well. They had to explain to me what sport you're playing. No, I'm kidding. I do have a question though, and to kind of knock out the questions right away. When you signed with the Patriots, I'm not going to ask how much or whatever, but when you first got that big check, what would you go out and buy? What everybody goes crazy when they get a bunch of money. What did you buy?
Actually, I went out and bought my first car because I needed one. I was driving around a rental for about 2 months because I had my car from college. I took my younger brother to use in high school, so I went and bought me a 2011 RS Camaro. Um, that was
Chevy
2013.
guy. I like this man. He's Chevy guy.
Yeah. I went and bought a 2013 Camaro. Um, got a sweet deal on it, so didn't even spend as much as I thought I would. Thanks to some friends in one of the dealerships in Charlotte. Matter of fact, Hendrick Chevrolet in Charlotte. So that was my first purchase. But then I wasn't really a big like fashion guy, so I would buy like shoes like every like 4 or 5 years. So whatever I had, I would try to make last. So after I bought my car, I went and bought like probably like 15 pairs of shoes. And I said, this better get me for the next like 5 years. Everybody who's talking, they was like, dang, you're a sneakerhead. I'm like, no, I'm not. Really, I just like, I'm gonna wear them shoes out until I can't wear them no more. And once I start, doing like outside activities with them, then I consider them as not wearable again. So
Right,
that's
right.
kind of when I first got my big paycheck.
So
I,
do
you
you?
know, I do have to say I like the fact that he's a Chevy guy. I'm okay with it. You have the
Well,
Jeff
I do.
stamp of approval.
So I own a Chevy, a Ford, a Dodge, a Jaguar, and a Cadillac, which is a Chevy. So I'm kind of all over the
Yeah.
place right now.
You just like what you like, and that's all that matters. You're not. You're not.
Hey, and
You're
that's
not loyal to one brand. You just like, oh, I like that
I
car. Let
like
me get
that.
that.
It all depends on the look of the car. I mean,
Yeah, it just
No, that's
depends on the day, man. I got it. Like I said, it just depends on the day.
nothing wrong with that. Well, Jeffrey, I know you do have one other question because or another question that you wanted to get to right off the bat. Do you want to ask him, or do you want me to ask him?
no, you go ahead.
Well, you were signed by the Patriots. So,
Uh,
and I've had a couple people when I brought you when I posted today, a couple people asked me, and Jeff was one of them. Personally, I'm a huge fan of the guy. I'm a Michigan guy. So, what was Tom Brady like in real life? And did you have
I
much
do that
time with
question.
him?
Listen, I get that question everywhere. So
I bet.
I mean, it's fine. Tom Brady, man. Tom was a great guy, man. I mean, what I tell people is Tom is like outside of what you see on TV, obviously, when you get to know him as a person, when you see him in person, when you off-season train, Tom is a great individual, very helpful. I told people that he's like one of the perfect fits for a role model for a kid. And everybody looked at me like crazy, like, well, what do you mean? Like the guy is arrogant, the guy, and I'm like, well, that's his nature in football. The guy just hates to lose and likes to win. I was like,
Yep.
but when you actually take time, get to know him, um, learn his whereabouts, his hobbies, things like that, the guy really is helpful. We were rookies coming in 2013, and this guy, who I think at the time was in like year 15 or 16, was picking us up from where we were and trying to get us to where they were as far as knowledge of the
Yeah.
offense, how they do things in the organization. And most veterans are kind of just like, all right, you got to prove yourself. Until you prove yourself, we don't really care. We really don't want to, you know what I mean? Like, you got to prove to me before I try to help you. And this
Yeah.
guy was total opposite. And then he's very outspoken. I mean, the guy knew where all of us were from coming in as rookies, and I mean not just from college, but hometown, what high school we went to. So he did his homework. He greeted us in a fashionable manner that we didn't expect because when the guy asked me, you're Brandon from Hanahan, I was like, wait, like, how do you know I'm from Hanahan, which is in Charleston, South Carolina? Like,
Mhm.
you would think he said Clemson, South Carolina. I'm like, whoa. So the guy was just a very very people's person, a team player, obviously, and obviously he hates to lose, which is probably why he came out of retirement. And I mean, you just when you see him or you meet him in person and you kind of get to know him, you'll be like, man, what Brandon Ford said about him that day is correct. Like this guy is the epitome of what you would want to be like growing up as far as a competitor, what
Mhm.
you would want to see in some young adults or athletes, training wise, and then just the way he adapts to the community and people, you'll be like, wow, he's a superstar. He's in most people's eyes, but he's a regular person that just wants to be great at what he does.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I try to tell you guys because much like Tom Brady, myself, I am a great champion. We do a little thing here on the show that we call a starting five, where we draft our fantasy list with movies or music. I'm an 11-time champion, 10 in a row. So I mean, I know what it's like to be in that caliber of champion. You got to stay humble. I try to educate these guys and mentor these guys, but they don't listen to me.
Brandon,
So
I just have one other question. Do you have your boots on because Chris's bullshit is getting really deep? So
Right now, I got my Crocs on while I'm driving, so
Oh, your
you might
feet
hear a
gonna
little
stink with
audio.
this one, bro.
yeah. So you're you are a Charleston native, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Border Red. What was the culture shock like to go from? Oh, you went from Hanahan, and then to Clemson, but then all the way up to New England. What was
Man,
that like?
so
What was the
I tell
weather
people
like
all,
for you?
I tell people all the time, man, when you're from Charleston and it's humid and hot and summers get hot and you go to Clemson, which I say is in between because you still have humidity, it's hot,
Mm,
but when winter comes around, up there in the mountain area, it gets cold. And when we went to New England, obviously we got there in the spring, which was the summer, and then early training camp, and we even had days in the summer where it was just cold, and I was sitting there like, okay, we got a bubble over there, but why don't we use it?
Right.
And I can't remember who the rookie was that day to ask Bill. He was like, Coach, we're going in the bubble today. It's pretty cold outside. And Bill made the comment. He was like, Why the hell are we going to go at the bubble? We play in the cold, we play in the rain, we play in the snow. And we're going to practice in it. I was like, whoa. I was like, yeah, very different. But the weather, just the weather, man, that's a brutal cold up there, man. It's like you got the breeze coming off of that water and stuff, man. So 40 degrees is like 25 up there.
yeah,
And
exactly.
I just my body being used and accustomed to the heat, the humidity, it was like, man, where the hell am I? Why did I even come here? And I mean, I tell people all the time, like people like now to this day, when it gets somewhat cold in Charleston, 40 degrees, and everybody has their coats on, and I'm like walking around in like shorts and flip flops with no socks, and they're like, I wish I was you right now. And I'm like, why? They're like, because it's cold and you dress like it's summer. I'm like, man, listen, I've been in New England. That's a different cold.
Yeah.
That's
Well, that's
it's like
that's
if I could do New England, I'd do 40 degrees in Charleston.
Right.
yeah, and that's how it was. I'm born and raised. Jeff is too. We were born and raised up here, up in Ohio. Tony's from New York, I believe, originally.
Originally,
So
yes.
when I moved down to Charleston, I actually just moved back home from Charleston. I was down there for about 10 years. And when
Uh,
winter hit Charleston, and I was still in a t-shirt and shorts, people thought I was crazy. And I'm like, I'm from Ohio. This is spring for us.
yeah. Well, I do the
When you
same
get a
thing now
taste of
here in
that,
Cancun.
go ahead.
I was just saying I do the same thing down here in Cancun. You know, the coldest time in Cancun is January, and I'm still wearing board shorts and sandals, and everybody's like, "It's cold." I'm like, "No, it's not cold. You don't know cold."
Yeah, anytime you get a taste of that cold weather and you're in it for a while, you get accustomed to it, and it's like you can withstand, another 10, 20 degrees back somewhere where it's not as colder when everybody else is freezing. And it's nothing for me to adapt to the humidity and stuff. 'Cause I've been here, born and raised all my life, so I love the heat. But man, I mean that cold is brutal, like brutal, brutal.
Absolutely.
Well,
So,
I do have a question, real quick. Chris mentioned our starting five, which is our fantasy style draft, and this week's we're doing sports movies. So, what would be your all-time favorite sports movie as a
What
sports
would be
guy
my favorite?
yourself?
Say that last part
Your
again.
all-time favorite sports movie. The top 5 sports
Yeah,
movies.
yeah,
Which would
Oh,
be your
top
favorite?
five sports movie. Sports movie.
yeah.
Oh, you put me on the spot. Um,
I don't. Well, you don't have to give us five. You don't have to give us five. Just your
no,
number one.
I'm gonna do
Like you
five
can
for
watch it
you.
anytime.
I'm gonna do five for you. I gotta think real, like just for a second, because I got some classic ones that I like, and then I got some funny ones, and then I got some, so, and they'll range from basketball and football. So,
Right.
um, in other
Okay.
sports, but one, as a kid, I gotta go with Little Giants. I gotta go with Little Giants.
I don't think nobody picked
oh,
that.
Nice.
absolutely.
I don't
Little
think nobody
Giants.
Nobody
picked
picked
that
that.
one.
That's crazy.
I gotta go with Little Giants. Another one,
I love
I
El Orejo.
definitely have. I'm definitely gonna go with Friday Night Lights. I
Mmm.
gotta, I
Okay.
gotta go with that. Another would be I can't remember the exact movie name. Any given Sunday. Any given Sunday's another one.
Everybody's got any
Yeah.
given
Okay.
Sunday.
I
Yeah.
gotta go with
Yep.
that. You cannot forget that one. Um, I got two left. I'm a Michael Jordan fan, so I'm definitely gonna go with Space Jam. I'm in. Go with Space Jam. You don't get no better
Stop
than
it.
Mike.
Stop it.
Bugs Bunny and Mike Jordan. I mean, don't get no better than that. Now LeBron
Right?
was good too. I gotta put that in there because not only do I watch it a lot, my youngest daughter has me watch it over and over and over. And so I mean, Space Jam is definitely in there. And last but not least, I gotta go with hardball. Hardball. Gotta go hardball.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Got
Yeah. Like I said, we're going to find out. Ooh, somebody said Hoop Dreams. That's a good film.
Hoop Dreams. I forgot
Um,
about Hoop Dreams. Yes.
we're getting ready to find out who won. Here in the next segment, we're going to find out who won the starting five. I believe he dropped because of
Yeah.
signal.
That's a signal strength. Yeah. Give him a chance to come back in.
Yeah, he lost signal strength.
There he is. He's
Yeah, he's
backstage.
coming back in.
I guess.
Yeah.
That's gonna happen. I see you, Ellie. I forgot about Hoosiers too. That was another great.
No worries. Little signal. We're used to technical difficulties.
Yeah, a little signal. Not a big deal. But yeah, like
I'm
I
not
said,
gonna
I
lie.
just wanted
we
to
made
get that
a
out
lot
there
of
because
lists. It took a lot for me to not put Remember the Titans on my list. It took a lot.
yeah.
That
And
was-
I forgot about that one, so I got to throw that one in there. That's six. I got to give y'all six. Remember the Titans is number.
That's
you
actually
talk about going extras.
I'm
We've
just saying.
gone up to 10
yeah.
because we've
I
had
really
fun.
put
So,
Remember the Titans as number one on my list. I put that above any given Sunday. Now I made my five. I took Remember the Titans off. That was a little too easy to a lot of us, and we was trying to figure out Will's movie. Like, you did throw two out there, none of us had picked, so I want to give you that.
And I
That's
mean,
why we looked
I
at some.
even
that's
like
props.
I like the Blind
Ooh,
Side
Ellie,
too.
Coach Carter.
I mean,
Yes,
but I mean, what I mean? It's a lot out there. I mean, I like the one baseball movie. I think it was called was it Angels in Outfield or something like that?
Danny Glover.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
Danny Glover.
Yeah, with Danny Glover. So I mean, the list goes on as I remember.
absolutely.
But I mean, like
Yeah,
even
that's
even
it.
if we talk golf, I like I think it was Happy Gilmore.
Oh
But,
yeah.
Yeah.
Gilmore was hilarious.
Well,
Yeah, that's what I'm
the,
saying.
the funny thing is we
Oh,
do these
wait,
starting fives. Yeah,
I
see?
cannot forget this one. I cannot forget this one. So I think I probably had 10 right now. But the Mighty Ducks. I cannot forget the Mighty Ducks. I cannot, as a kid,
I knew it.
I
It was
cannot
close.
forget that.
It's
I
supposed to be an
cannot forget
upgrade.
that.
Well,
Yeah, Elliot, I was gonna say that, Elliot.
the
I
funny
was gonna
thing
say
is
that too.
is we do these starting five lists, and we try to keep it at 5 or 6, and then literally we'll say our lists each, and then the entire week while we're waiting on to find out who wins, we're still coming up with more. So
Yes.
Yeah,
we totally
man.
get your pain there.
It's hard, man. It's like it's just it's hard. Like now that we're on movies, I was in the house the other day, um, and one of my buddies called. He's like, "What you doing?" I was like, "Man, I'm watching The Godfather." He's like, "The Godfather." He's like, "Dude, that's like a 10-hour movie when you watch all three." I was like, "I know. I started at 10 a.m. and I'm gonna be done by 8." But like, you really watching all three? I was like, "Man,
Yeah,
it's
I
a
don't
classic."
doubt it.
I was like, "Dude, it's a classic movie."
It is.
Yeah,
I've done that
yeah,
before.
we are all movie buffs too.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah, that's an impressive list to put together, being put on the spot and just kind of throwing it out there.
Yeah,
I
we
ain't
do
mad at
usually
that.
have 3 days to pick.
Yeah, and it's tough because you try to single it down to only five, and a lot of times we'll each have 10. We'll have anywhere from 10 to 15 backups. And then you start struggling
Correct.
because then you start looking at your list and it's like, do I really want to put this one into my five or should I move this
Well,
one
on top
around
of
and
that,
do?
you also have to. We when we do our list, we do not allow duplicates. So if Chris picks one, I can't pick it, or if Tony picks one, I can't pick it.
Yeah, that's the
So
whole.
oh,
we also throw in the fact because we do it fantasy football style draft
Yes.
when we do it live, which was the whole concept. So the funny thing is we literally when we pick our list, we sit there and go, okay, well this one Tony's gonna take, and then when they don't take it, you're like, damn it,
Yeah.
I thought he had
That's
that.
the point.
You know?
You got to be diverse
So
with the list. So we got people in the comments. They'll pick as well. The greatest fun I've enjoyed out of it has been watching everybody pick all the different movies. We try
yeah.
not to pick the same amongst each other. And I think that's the greatest thing about it, honestly.
We found it a way that it not only creating content, but we have so much fun with it that, and of course, as I'm sure you do with your friends, we rag on each other constantly about,
Man,
oh, that's too easy,
please, yes.
or oh, that's a hell of a pull, So we do have fun with it. So I do appreciate you being able to pull 5 out of your hat.
yes, sir.
Yeah, exactly. But just I want to dive a little bit into your college career. Obviously, playing at Clemson, you came out of there just before Clemson was in that process of becoming, I don't know, dominant, really starting to turn that corner and coming out of the shadows as an ACT or an ACC team that's kind of quiet and nobody really knew about. There's people in South Carolina that didn't know about Clemson.
Right.
Um, and you pretty impressive career there. But what was it like, or are you still friends with some of the guys you played with, or
Oh
anything
yeah.
like that? Because you guys had an impressive squad a couple years with some big name players in the league right now.
So it was awesome, man. I mean, to play with a lot of those guys that I still talk to today. I actually was talking to Andre Ellington 2 days ago, and we're planning. Me and some of the guys are planning a trip to go see him out in Arizona. He lives out in Arizona, and we're gonna go out there and see him, or Cali. I can't remember which one. Somewhere out west, though. We've been going back and forth with him about planning a guys trip from some of the guys who we played with in the same class and before us. But man, it was great, man. And to be honest, when we came in, it was all about picking up and building on top of the foundation that was laid before us.
Mm-hmm.
So what we did was, you know, enhance the culture, and we were trying to take Clemson to where it once was, and that was a national championship in 1981.
Yeah,
So what we did was we had to put down a lot of bricks, man. We had to put a lot of people together, a lot of chemistry, a lot of hard times, or what we call blood battles, or whatever you want to call it. Nobody saw the work that we did outside of what they saw on Saturday. but there was a lot to go behind it. A lot of wins, some losses, some hurtful losses.
Mm-hmm.
And we built that culture, and we had a lot of players that bought in to what we believed we could do. And as we started to lay that foundation more and more and more on top of what was already laid before us, that kind of just came together, and guys started to buy in based on the culture, because you can have great coaches all day, you can have the most winningest coaches all day, but if you don't have a coach that can adapt, and if you don't have players that can relate, then it's hard to build a culture. And that's one thing that I think that we did, and a lot of players who took official visits, a lot of guys who took, time to see. I think that's how it translated to us, being able to create that vibe for some of those guys coming in behind us. And then once we, really, I said a pivotal point, everybody asked me, yo, when was the game when everybody knew Clemson was coming? When did everybody know Clemson was arriving? And I tell people, it probably was the LSU game, because that was a
Mm-hmm.
pivotal game in our
That was a
career
big game. I remember that game.
where we had been used to always kind of getting there and not finishing the deal.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was just the step over the hump that kind of put us on that elite level. And then every year after that, like I said, the repetition, those guys took those teams 2013, 14, 15 to where it is now, and they
Yeah,
just took a step forward. And, next thing you know, Clemson's won 2 national championships. They've been to 4. And I mean, now they're one of the top teams that you see every preseason and year round. So, you know, kudos to Coach Sweeney, because he's done a great job
yeah,
with the program, and just getting guys to buy in, and like I said, creating that culture.
absolutely. And Dabo Sweeney, I mean, he's no joke. He's a hell of a coach, and I think one of the biggest things that not only helps him be the coach that he is that his players get behind him and they believe in what he's saying.
Absolutely.
And I'm just a fan, I'm just watching on TV. I'm seeing interviews and well, as a football fan, seeing interviews and seeing the man talk. I mean, he believes in what's going on down there, so it's easy for his guys to get behind him and feel the same way. You want that.
Yes,
So I had
sir.
a question from the chatters box as far as some of your old teammates, and you've played with DeAndre Hopkins and Sammy Watkins and you know Martavia. The list goes on and on with some of the players that you've played with. It's an impressive lift coming out of Clemson too. Even yourself. The chatters box. Cameron wants to know who was your favorite teammate to ever play with.
Who was my favorite teammate?
Yeah.
Oh man, God, that's tough. That's tough. So if I had to say favorite teammate, oh man, I probably got to go with, honestly. I probably got to go with. I'm gonna probably go with Andre Ellison. And I say that because we grew up shortly around the same area, right
Hmm.
around each other. We knew each other since high school. We were great friends. We're still good friends. Still keep up with each other. But we also took a culture, and when I say culture, I mean like the camaraderie we had, not just on the field. We built off the field, and when you always saw Andre, you probably saw me, vice versa. And a lot of guys adapted to us and looked at us as, you guys are the leaders. And whether we spoke loudly or we just did it with our work ethic, but
Hmm.
everybody just knew us. And I feel like that was one of the brothers that I was close to, that I'm still close to today, and that was probably my favorite teammate, because we could talk about anything. It didn't just have to be
Yeah.
football or playing on Saturday or our dreams of playing on Sunday.
Yeah.
I mean,
Exactly. You
even to
guys
this
had a
day,
true connection.
yes, sir, yes, sir. Even to
Nice.
this day, we still talk about life in general, how I'm doing, how my wife and kids, like just. I mean, it's crazy. And the crazy thing is, Coach Sweeney always said, like, the guys who you meet in college are going to probably be the ones who you know, prolong that lifestyle with,
Yeah.
because they're going to be either your brothers for life, they're going to be in your weddings, they're going to be at birthday parties, graduations, etc. The whole nine.
Oh
So
yeah.
that's why I chose Andre.
Yeah, nice. So, are you still involved with football? I've seen that you what last year, 2 years ago, you were in the CFFL. You guys won
Oh,
championship up
it's a
there.
so what it is I still play like flag football and stuff in Charleston. They finally got me 3 years ago. Finally
Okay.
got me to come out and play. I told those guys at first, I was like, look, I've been in the NFL. I've gotten injured. If somebody has an insurance policy, I'll gladly play.
Right.
You know what I mean? But finally, I said, let me give it a try. Let me see what it's all about. So I've been on multiple championship teams around here. Pretty much, I've been to two championships and no, I've been to four and I've lost one trying to go for two. But every team I've win on, we've won.
Yeah.
So some people see it as an advantage, but I don't care. I mean, they asked me to play, so whatnot. But
That's
Hey,
right.
they came to you. They came to you and
That's
asked
right.
you to play.
yeah,
So,
and
and
then
you're staying active and stuff.
yes, sir. And then I also help out with training young athletes today as well, and going back in and do like public speaking in schools and stuff like that, because I am
Nice.
a financial advisor. So I try to speak that financial literacy to, these kids, especially while they're young, because this is one thing that's not taught in
Yes, Lord.
Yep.
Yes,
college.
Lord.
Especially with these NIL deals these days. I mean, kids. I mean, they're
It's
entitled to whatever with that money. So you got to be able to instill in them, how important it is to create that not just wealth for yourself, but generational wealth. Whether you start there or start somewhere else, but you don't
yeah,
want to wait,
exactly.
60 or 70 and say, okay, how can I build when you're on your last leg of life? So
Hmm. Well, yeah, you get some of these kids that get those NILs, and they come from nothing, so they get all that money, and it's just like just
yep,
Take
spend,
them home
spend, spend.
wild,
I
right?
can have everything I've ever wanted, and nobody can say no to me.
Right.
So that still blows my mind that the NCAA actually approved that and allowed it. But I mean, they needed to do something. That you guys that have played in college ball and you guys are one selling tickets on Saturday and your jerseys are selling like crazy. They had to do something to compensate you guys in some way. I don't know if that was the right road to go down, but I felt like there was some kind of compensation that was needed for our college athletes. I mean, you look at guys like, even Tim Tebow when he was down in Florida, he had the number one selling college jersey the
yep,
entire time he was there. How much money did he, revenue did he bring into that school? It's
yeah,
crazy.
and I don't mean to cut you guys short because I gotta be gone at 8. But
Oh no, you're
just
good.
to finish on that topic, man. And by the way, you guys are doing a great job, a hell of a job. I do want to come back on here, like the next
Absolutely.
go round or whenever you guys, because I want to be able to expand on different topics. Because I mean, we can talk for days, man. We can talk Patriots, we can talk Clemson, we can talk life, whatever.
Oh yeah.
But just
Make a
to finish,
list. You got to make a
just
list.
to finish on that topic, man. I think the thing with the NIL deal, and so as a financial advisor, I'm 50-50 about what they did, but I lean more towards guys getting paid. And the reason why is because you get a lot of kids who are financially, they don't have it, or the families don't have it.
Yes.
So that one scholarship that's free is a blessing. But
Absolutely.
if you went to college, you play any Division 1 ball, Division AA, outside of what you get as a stipend or whatever during the semesters, that's all you have to last,
Hmm.
for 4 months, 5 months. And if you're not coming from a wealthy family or, okay, then it's very hard. It's very
Yes.
hard.
Yeah.
And I see guys like literally struggle. And, I came from a pretty decent, wealthy family. So I've seen it for myself. And
Hmm.
you got the NCAA, who's like one of the biggest organizations around the world, and you're making all this money off these
Billions.
Hmm.
kids. But if I
Billions.
go out to
Absolutely.
one of y'all and you buy me $1 cheeseburger, you're going to suspend me for 2 games or more,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
and
Right.
you're gonna
Absolutely.
try to take away whatever championships or whatever you can because you bought me $1 cheeseburger. When a
Yes.
Hmm.
dollar cheeseburger don't have nothing to do with a 48, 60-minute game, whatever it is.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
I was for it because I felt
Right.
like, well, y'all are taking all this money from the kids and they're making all the money, but y'all don't want to put it
Yeah,
in.
it's right. It's off the
You know,
sweat of their back.
my thing was at the time before they did it, okay, take some of this money, put a percentage in like some kind of fund, mutual fund or something for these kids. So when they get out of college, or have it until they turn 30, or have it for their families or whatever as an appreciation. But
Mm,
instead, you go to court with all the lawyers and stuff like that, and you want to fight to not give these kids nothing, nothing. And I'm like, now you know, you got kids wanting to go to HBCUs now because a la Deion Sanders and
Yes.
some of the other coaches. And now you got coaches
yeah.
getting upset because there's a transfer portal. Well, guess what? Maybe if things would have been done a little different, we wouldn't have a transfer portal. We wouldn't have an NIL stuff. But hey, the world,
Yeah. It's
everything is done for a reason. I think, technology advances every day. So you kind of you just gotta kind of take it how it goes.
Yes.
yeah. It's all about evolving, and it is crazy to see some of these kids that are literally starving. Meanwhile, they're going out there and putting their bodies on the line, not only just on Saturdays, but even in practices.
Absolutely.
They're the defensive lineman for Michigan just hurt himself at a pro day. Tore a Jabo just tore his Achilles the other day in a pro day, which is
Yep.
he was a first rounder, an early first rounder. Now they're saying he might go late first, early second, and it's just like,
Yeah.
So I totally agree. There should be some kind of compensation for the kids, but you got to be careful too because some of these kids are going to start acting crazy. So they need guys like you who've been there and done it, and especially with your financial background and what you do, they need guys like you that's going to look out for them and be able to mentor them into the right direction. But I know you got to get going. We do appreciate you coming on the show, man. You're welcome back anytime. Hit us up whenever you want to come back again.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll get you involved in one of our starting
I
fives
wanna,
one night.
yeah, I want to definitely let's shoot for something in the next 2 weeks. You guys just let me know. I'll give I forgot his name. I'll give him my schedule, and we could try to put something together, man. Where we could do
Yeah,
like a whole show or whatever you guys want to do.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we were behaving ourselves right now, but sometimes we get a little bit off the rails, and we like to have fun and we keep it real. So some of our conversations, don't be around kids' ears. We're not dirty or
Tend to
raunchy. We
go
just get a little
there. We
crazy.
tend to
Yeah.
go there.
We tend to go there, but we try not to.
Well,
But
I
we do
enjoyed it,
appreciate you,
fellas.
man.
Let's definitely get it together.
Sounds like a
Absolutely, man.
plan.
Definitely. We
Peace, bro.
appreciate you.
Believe you,
Ladies and
man.
gentlemen, Brandon Ford. Hopefully you guys enjoyed him hanging out, and he'll be back down the road with us. We appreciate you, man. Thank you again.
And, one quick thing, Brandon, before you
All right,
go,
man. Y'all have a good one.
give us a endorsement, like you're listening to Nonsensical Nonsense, something like that, so we can throw it up there for the fans.
I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. Anyways, you have a wonderful day, sir. Thank you very much.
All right, man. You too.
You good, bro.
That was awesome. He was a good dude.
That was cool. That
That was
cool.
really cool. He's a good
That was
dude.
really interesting.
So shout out to
Golf
Cameron
Hawk,
for
what the
hooking us
fuck,
up.
dude?
What?
Who the fuck is Golf Hawk? He talks too much. He's the guest. He's allowed to talk as much as he wants.
We fucking up no interviews, man. We back on that shit
Yeah.
now. I don't like that shit. We doing something serious.
I'm gonna,
Look at that bullshit.
I'm gonna sick him on you. He's a big dude.
Give us your
That's
location
a
right
big
now,
cat.
Golf Hawk.
Yeah, send us your location. I'm gonna watch this dude beat your ass.
No, that was
Right?
actually that was awesome. It was really cool having him on here. Shout out to Cameron.
It's gonna be dope when he comes back. He's ready to talk
Yeah,
about all that
we'll get him
shit.
back. Well, that's what he said. He wants to come
Yes.
back and hang out for a whole show. So
Yeah.
we'll get him on here acting up with us and acting out. And he's like I said, good conversations, and he's not shy about anything. So got any
And
other
you
football
gotta give the guy
questions?
props. He pulled out some some pretty decent polls for his starting five.
That's what we're talking about, diversity.
Yeah, right off the top of his head. That's why I said
Yeah.
I'd like to get him on here and get him involved in the starting five and have him pick a list. That would be pretty cool. And put him in
and
there.
he'll
with
probably
us.
beat us all, you know.
Probably.
I don't think I want peace. I don't know.
You know, the whole Angels and Outfield that he was talking about.
11-time champ. You don't want that smoke.
Oh, please.
Possible 12-time champ.
You
don't want that smoke.
He brought up Little Giants.
Nobody picked that.
And yeah, that is correct. It was on my backups because I love that movie. But I'm surprised nobody brought it up because of the simple fact Rick Moranis is a fucking genius.
Rick Moranis is awesome.
I would watch Rick Moranis read a newspaper for 2 hours. This dude's awesome. I've never name a bad Rick Moranis movie.
Gilbert Godfrey doing that shit. You can have Rick Moranis. You're pulling my arm. Oh my God.
In the news tonight. Florida man.
You know, here's the funny thing about Gilbert Godfrey. In grade school, Gilbert Godfrey was my nickname.
Oh my Jesus.
I believe that.
You were tortured.
Oh, you have no idea.
You were
and I hated Gilbert Godfrey because of it.
Gilbert Godfrey,
but
he's fucking hilarious. He is hilarious.
Him and fucking Beverly Hills Cop 2. It's got to be the funniest thing I ever seen.
That was the
oh my God!
Oh my God! You're pulling my arm here, and you know we kind of do this and we do that,
and then over here you said, "What was this?" I totally forgot what was here. I love that fucking scene. And old bitch. He says, "That's not my car. It's my wife's." Bitch! as if he had her on hold or something. Fucking hilarious. Holy shit. That movie is genius.
Oh shit. Oh my God. Bribe me, sir. Bribe? No. I'm not bribing anything.
Bribe.
I mean, I could just put
I'm
this.
just saying, if I handed you this $200 and you were looking at this $200 and you said, "What is this? I forget what this is. I forget what was this?" He's like, "Are you talking about like $200?" He's like, "Please."
You're pulling my arm.
No, he says something like he's like I'm getting off scot-free or something like I forget exactly what he says. He's like, "I'm doing you a favor."
Oh shit! And then he pulled out Varsity Blues. That was another good one. A lot of people.
That's a hell of a pull.
Yeah.
Well,
that's one of my favorite
for
movies.
Chris and I, we saw that as the lowest of low-hanging fruit because we lived that movie to the point where we watched it daily.
Varsity Blues and Friday Night Lights were definitely low-hanging fruit on sports movies. Definitely.
And to this day, I promise one day, I don't know how, but I will own Billy Bob's truck.
Oh my goodness!
I love that truck. It's gorgeous.
He'll probably give it to you.
No, I don't want his exact one. I just want a replica.
I want to see.
Well, speaking of the starting five, let's go ahead and take a break real quick.
Yeah.
And come back, and we can announce the winners. We can announce the new list, which we already kind of announced. Right. And or something else I was going to say, but I totally forgot. But yeah, definitely, absolutely.
Cam says y'all didn't scare him off.
No, thank you, Brandon, for coming on the show. It was awesome talking to you. I look forward to having you on for a full show, having him come on for a full show. And I'm sure Tony had some questions, and I know I have more questions. And just to get him on here and let him kind of hang out and shoot the shit with us for a little bit, I think that'll be fun. We'll get him to loosen up. And
some of the opinions he would have on some of the subjects we bring up.
Absolutely.
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 So I think it'll be fun if we can get him in here. And let's go down, Chris, and get him to have fun like we did with Rock Lee and like we did with Rob. And we had Rock Lee come on here, and he was only going to be on for a half hour, and he came on at the beginning of the show and wound up we actually went an hour over that night, and Rocky stayed the whole time. Rob Durham said he's like, Rob's like, I only got a half hour, so we brought him on at the beginning of the show, and then like the end of the show. Like we went over on the show, and he's like, "I got to go, guys. I got school tomorrow," because he's a teacher.
Yeah.
And,
He's
he's
a teacher.
But he's also a stand-up comedian. And he was like, "I got class in the morning. I gotta go." And we're like, "Oh shit, we didn't realize that we went so
that
long."
man is hilarious. Well, we told Rob and I actually went to high school together. We told stories about how I thought him and his crew were just king dicks, and he's like, "Yeah, it wasn't like that." he says we were actually the nerds. I was like, "Well, there you go."
Yeah. But it's cool, and that's why I told Brandon this morning. I sent him a message and kind of introduced myself and let him know, hey, if you have any issues with Haps, let me know. We can get you all squared away, everything like that. I said it's probably going to be a little bit different than anything you've ever done before because we just laid back. We like to have fun and we like to just goof off, So it was cool that he enjoyed coming on here and that he wants to come back. And shout out again to Cameron for hooking us up with that because that was all Cameron.
Big ups, Cameron. Big ups, man, for real.
That was 100% Cameron behind the scenes doing his thing. But with that being said, let's take a break real quick. A little Blacktop Mojo, if you will. And we will be right back with your starting 5 winners and losers and next week's list, which I have a little news about for the Chatters box this week.
We need to make 10.
I can't do 10.
I can do 10.
Because I don't want to bang everything that has a heartbeat, unlike the other 2 gentlemen in this podcast.
I want to bang.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I just got to focus on my craft.
I don't think I could do 10 crushes.
10 is a tough pull. As I was actually doing some research.
From growing up,
we're talking like while you like from grade school to high school is the limit. I'm not talking like he's hanging out.
Yeah.
He can't hear us. They said hi.
But yeah, like I said, we'll get into that as we do the list. But let's go ahead and take a break real quick. A little Blacktop Mojo.
Cool.
Like I always say, if you don't know who they are, do yourself a damn favor and find out who they are. Give them a listen. And if you do know who they are, as Tony said earlier, tell somebody who doesn't know who they are. Check them out on all social media and anywhere you stream music at Blacktop Mojo. Go give them a listen, give them a follow, give them a like, and let them know that we sent you. With that being said, it's the second hour.
Forget it.
So, of course, we're going with a cover song. A little White Snake. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
She's sick.
Jeff, turn your mic off.
My mic is off.
Oh, it is. Turn your mic off.
No, it's not.
Better?
No.
Weird.
I should know better than to let you go alone. It's times like these I can't make it on my own. Wasting days and sleepless nights, and I can't wait to see you again. I finally spend my time waiting on your call. How can I tell you, babe, my back's against the wall. I need you by my side to tell me it's alright, 'cause I don't think I can take anymore. Is this love that I'm feeling? Is this love that I've been searching for? Is this love? Or am I dreaming? This must be love, 'cause it's really got a hold on me. Hold on me. I can't stop the feeling. I've been this way before, but with you I found the key to open a door. I can feel my love for you growing stronger day by day, and I can't wait to see you again, so I can hold you in my Is this love that I'm feeling? Is this the love that I've been searching for? Is this love, or am I dreaming? This must be love, 'cause it's really got a hold on me. Hold on me. Hold on me.
This must be love. 'Cause it
Is this Jeff?
Welcome back to the show,
Man, I'm
everybody.
here,
Hopefully you guys are
man.
Is my
enjoying
mic
the show.
on?
Yeah, no, it was
Can
on
you-
the
Yes,
whole
your
show,
mic is on.
jackass.
What? I'm muted. I'm literally. It shows that I'm muted.
You're
No,
lying.
you're not muted. Welcome back to the
That's so
Nonsensical Nonsense, guys. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the show, enjoying our 100th episode. Hopefully you enjoyed our interview with our guest, Mr. Brandon Ford, former tight end of the University of Clemson Tigers and New England Patriots. Good dude. That was fun. In all honesty, I really do look forward to him coming back on the show again and hanging out with us.
It has to happen.
Yeah. Like I said, maybe we can. We'll see what his. Right. We'll have to see what his schedule's like, and maybe we can get him on a Saturday night and let him pick a list with us,
He's got
and we'll give him a heads up. Yeah, we'll give him a
let
heads
him know
up. But we'll get him
beforehand.
he's got to pick a list.
Absolutely. And Saturdays, like I said, depending upon his schedule, I know Saturday's a little bit freer for all of us. We can kind of cut loose a little bit more and all that jazz. But yeah, as I said, welcome back to the show. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it so far. If you're not already, if you'd be so kind, go ahead and check us out on all social media at Nonsensical Nonsense on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Go give us a like, give us a follow, give us a share. That'd be greatly appreciated. Also, if you haven't already, download the Haps app. It's free. It don't get no better than that. It is free. Give Nonsensical Nonsense a follow, and you guys can hang out with us right here in the chatters box while we do our thing live. And if you don't want to watch us live and you just like listening to the replays, well, you can do that by finding us on Spotify or any other place you listen to podcast at, wherever you get your little podcast and jollies from. Give us a listen. You can listen however you want, whenever you want, and everything is up to date and posted. You can also email us if you'd like, if you want to get into the chatters box list and send your own starting five, or you just want to email us for any other reason. You can do that by emailing us at nonsensicalnonsenspodcast@gmail.com. And yes, we do have a merch store at teespring.com/nonsensical nonsense podcast. We got hoodies, shirts, cups, stickers, just a bunch of stuff. So that would be greatly appreciated if you guys check that out and want to help support us that way. You can do that. But the easiest and cheapest way that you can support us is simply by sharing. It's free, and it's the best way to help small businesses or small streamers or small podcasts grow and get bigger. And that would be greatly appreciated if you guys did that. And with that being said, we are back. Oh, got all the business out the way. All the business out the way. And we are going to roll in. Where the hell is Jeff? What is he doing?
I'm here.
This guy.
Can
We're
you
going to
hear me
roll
now?
into the starting five. Yeah, we can hear you now. We just can't see you.
That's so weird. It's like I've muted my mic and I can still speak.
It used to happen to me. You got to mute it and then turn the volume all the way down.
Well, that makes sense.
It doesn't, but that's what I had to do.
All right. Good to know.
It is what it is. What are you going to do?
But I'm here. I'm ready.
What are you going to do, man? But, yeah, like I said, we're going to roll into the starting five. Your current reigning, defending champion, I'm just doing my intro. It doesn't mean I won.
I don't believe you.
Are you ready, Jeffrey? Are you?
I am
scared
ready.
away?
I'm just asking Kevin to bring me coke.
Click, 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 click. World order. I just had to wait for that part. Sorry. Yes, I'm childish. Leave me alone.
That's extremely.
It's a simple thing. It's little things.
Get
It's
the
a simple
fuck out of
thing.
here. Hot nuts in your mouth.
These are awesome.
Hot nuts in your mouth.
Oh yeah, those are Jeff's
Nuts in your
favorites.
mouth.
I got them emailed from Chris.
That would be awesome, Cameron. Cameron said, "Hey, who knows? Maybe we can get Tom on the show."
Yeah, right?
Oh,
I can
talk
explain to
some
him.
major shit. We could talk some major shit with Tom. Tom was down with it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'd have to tell him. I'd be like, "How's it feel
I got
to
questions
once
about.
be one of the greatest champions ever known until this guy came around?"
Oh, God.
No, I got questions about the movie Ted.
Wow.
But no. With that being said, so we had this week's starting five. We're gonna start with the
I didn't like that
Shatters
picture.
box.
Take another picture. I don't like that one.
Oh no, that was a picture of me showing you that I was muted.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
This week we had 8 Jeffrey.
Yeah,
So the list looked awesome this week.
I appreciate that.
But
But I knew there was a but coming.
and I've been meaning to tell you this for a minute now, and I keep forgetting. But now I'm looking at it, and I'm like, son of a bitch, it is smacking me in the face. When you put the Chatters box list up, in the headline, can you put the theme in there? I would put
okay.
like CBC,
Oh, okay.
and then starting 5 sports movies or whatever.
Understood.
And then when you post it, the whatever you put in the post, you can put, here's the Chatters box list of champions. Take a look. But yeah, I've had a couple people ask about that, and I'm like, well, just scroll and look at our list, and they're like, and then that's kind of a dickhead thing to say when they should be able to just look at the list and know what the hell they're picking. So
You know,
yeah, we just
I actually did contemplate that. I didn't forget though.
yeah.
Charlie, what the
But
fuck?
anyway, starting with the Chatters box. Oh, champions
I'm being
of top
attacked by a
5
needy dog.
sports movies. Cam came in with The Blind Side, We Are Marshall, Sandlot, The Longest Yard, and Game Plan. Vicky came in with Cinderella Man, Field of Dreams, The Cutting Edge, Dodgeball, and The Bad News Bears. Betty had A League of Their Own, Remember the Titans, Blind Side, The Natural, Field of Dreams. And Tina had Slapshot, Miracle, National Velvet, Rudy, and The Rookie. And as always, the Chatters box came in strong. They came into play. They all had good lists. But the votes came in. The numbers were counted. The tallies were calculated. And much like in Highlander, there can be only one.
Oh God, you and Mike about fucking Highlander are freaks.
I don't know. It is what it is.
I think I got to call Betty.
But with that being said,
I did vote for Gam. I will say that because he had a good list.
they all had good lists. It was actually kind of tough this week. It's always tough in the
I
Chatters
actually
box.
put why. Oh, because he had the We Are Marshall. That's why I pulled Cam.
Yeah.
He had We Are Marshall, which
It's-
is a fucking hell of a movie and based on a true story.
It is always tough with the Chatters box. But with that being said, we have another 2-time champion this week.
Ooh.
And it's a return champion. Cam, Chucktown, lay you down, Dale, takes the W this week with 11 votes. Vicky had 0.
Green.
Betty had 5, and Tina had 1.
Cam killed it. No shit.
Yeah, Cam
That's
came in
impressive.
strong this week.
That's that We Are Marshall, man. That's a hell of a pull.
Yeah. And now moving on to the main event. So congratulations to you, Cameron. This has become the you shut the hell up.
I know, right? I can't mute. What's the fucking point?
This has become the Cameron Appreciation Show tonight. So shout out to Cameron on your dub. You like that, Cameron? It just came to me. Shout out to Cameron on your win this week. Make sure you get your list in next week as well. Defend that title. Let's roll into the main event. The starting 5 sports movies. On our side, Tony had Victory, Wildcats, Major League, Invincible, and He Got Game.
I have to
Jeffrey
give it to Tony for that Wildcats pull because that's a hell of a pull.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Appreciate that.
Jeffrey had Moneyball, Ford versus Ferrari, Draft Day, Rudy, and Eddie the Eagle.
Love me, Eddie the Eagle.
You should be canceled off of the show because of that movie.
Have you seen it?
No.
Fucking
No.
Wolverine, dude.
Cam Chucktown, lay you down, Dale. But fucking Wolverine. Michael had Slapshot, Miracle, Goon, The Cutting Edge, and Cool Runnings. And with the swerve of the century, left Tony dumbfounded, speechless, and looking like a buffoon. Jeffrey's eyes rolled so far into the back of his goddamn head, the past 25 years flashed before his eyes, and he reconsidered our friendship with the swerve that I pulled off last Saturday night.
Oh, no.
No, I do have a list, which I knew you were going to do. I've known you 25 years. You ain't going to pull that wool over my eyes.
But I had The Longest Yard, The Replacements, Bad News Bears, the original Bad News Bears, Any Given Sunday, and The Wrestler.
Yeah, you notice I wrote down the original because if you just say Bad News Bears and you go with the Billy Bob Thornton one, you're an ass. Period.
Yeah, no. And Jody and I had that conversation, and I told her, I was like, I'm going with the original, A, because it was a better movie, and the remake was just stupid. And B,
trash.
I know Jeff's going to ask me because him and I are going to have the same opinion on the remake.
Yeah, the remake was so bad, and I love the original.
Yeah. But
Walter Matthau is
with that,
goddamn genius.
With that being said,
Here we go.
the votes came in. The numbers were calculated. Tony had, Michael had 0.
I noticed
Tony-
that. That's weird.
Yeah, I know, right? Tony had 5.
Nice.
Then it came down to 2.
And then there was 2. Now, I have been keeping on track of Facebook.
It's always us two
I
at
know,
the end of the day.
co-founders.
But you know, Facebook isn't the only place that we post.
I know.
this at.
Yeah, yes. But I have been keeping I when I post on.
Actually, at the end of the day, my streak comes to an end.
Yes, I've taken it, folks. Like I said, I have been keeping track.
Jeffrey was 7. Me with 4.
Yeah.
Some may say I took a dive because this week's list I would have to have the number 1 pick.
Yeah,
Some may
I
say
thought
that-
so. And I swear to
some
God,
may
you take
say-
my girl. You take my girl.
Some-
I'm going to fly all the way to
some
Ohio
may-
just to punch you in the
Some
mouth.
may say Jeffrey had a better list, but that's not true.
I had a better list.
You did not.
It's
But
the money ball.
congratulations to you. I think it was either Moneyball or Draft Day.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
So congratulations to Jeffrey for finally not only getting his first victory, but stepping up
Celebrate with a hot nut.
and slaying the mighty giant.
He is enjoying
The
it so
juggernaut,
much with
if
his
I
hot
will.
nuts in his mouth.
Enjoy my hot nuts in your mouth, Jeffrey. Savor them. So congratulations.
Don't act like you
Roll
ain't
in-
jealous.
No, I'm not. I'm not jealous at all. You know, I was getting tired of winning. You can be honest.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Now I make for a great comeback story. They thought I was down. They thought I
Cinderella
was
story, if you will.
Yeah, Rocky 2, if you will. But no, congratulations.
No, but
to you, man.
in all seriousness, if you have not seen Draft Day, Kevin Costner's genius, Jennifer Garner's genius, and the great Dennis Leary is hilarious.
And with that being said, Le Champion.
Yes. So for this week, as we've discussed before, we are going with our crushes from when we were kids. Now, this is up until graduation of high school. So, for instance, that is the 90s.
I'm ready now.
Cutting it off in the 90s. I know you are.
Well, you can't cut it off at the 90s because Cameron wasn't born until like 96.
I was talking about it for us.
You can't cut it off in the 90s for us because we graduated in 2000.
I understand that. That's what I'm saying.
It's
at the end of the 90s. End of the 90s. So 2000 is the cutoff. So
you do realize in 2000 Cameron was only 5.
Sucks to be him.
It's for your age range.
Okay,
you know,
for your age range. Thank you.
Yes.
So it is up until graduation of high school for
just keep it at this. Keep it simple, stupid. That's what we always say.
Well, the problem is like
childhood
my crush
crush.
is now.
When you were a child.
Yeah, my crush is
when
now
you were a child.
based on my crushes then.
Yeah, but when I was a couple of my crushes when I was a kid were already in their fucking 40s.
Oh no, that's true.
Or 30s or whatever.
And I thought of one today. I have to actually look up her name.
What's up, Jeeves?
And what else she's been in. But yeah. I got one that you guys have definitely not thought of.
I'm waiting on y'all.
So
it's for Saturday. Calm down, Tony.
Yeah, calm down. Keep it down. Yeah, Chatter's Box, calm down. Jeeves, if you'd like to
keep it in your pants, as it were.
Yeah. So Chatter's Box, anybody who wants to get their list in, make sure you guys email us at nonsensicalnonsense podcast@gmail.com and get that in by the end of the show Saturday. With that being said, Cameron Dale, I'm gonna put you on notice.
No, that's
because
the point.
Another two-time champion is returning this week, and hopefully she will continue to put her list in every week as we go forward. But Jody is already working on her list. That's what's going to make it
interesting. That is going to make it interesting because we do have to judge. Like, I'm not going to presume and say that we're all going to pick females. I don't know about Chris.
Fuck that. Don't be playing with me.
What?
But I'm saying,
I have no
like,
problem.
for instance,
I'm secure enough in my manhood that if I can say, like Ryan Reynolds, if he was on somebody's list, on the ladies' list, he's hot as hell.
I understand that. No, I'm not understanding that. But judging a list from the 90s and 70s of guys versus girls.
No, well, it is what it is.
That's what's going to be interesting. Because it's the 100th episode. I'm not trying to be Macho Man.
But yeah, so everybody in Chatter's Box, make sure you get your list in. Jeeves, if you want to throw a list in, childhood crushes, or teenage crushes, or whatever, right. From when you were growing up. Cameron, get your list in. Giodi, get your list in. Tina, Betty, Vicky, I don't know if they'll hear this or not, but get your list in.
Oh, for a bonus, are they still your
Eleanor?
Crush now?
You're not going to steal my crush now because I have the number one fucking pick, and it's Woody Cooper, so leave it alone.
No, not even. Well, on my list, but not.
Yeah, on your list. And I'm also going to take your. If you don't take her number one, I'm taking your number two just to be a dick.
Oh, I'm taking my number one. She is my number one.
Yeah, we'll see. Because I know how you like to fuck things up, Mr. Jones Potato Chips.
I know you're gonna fucking. Oh,
you don't.
I see. No,
you don't.
I know who you're talking about, but I have two that are like really high up. But I'm
just gonna put it out there right now. Winnie Cooper is my number one pick.
The bonus is: are they still your crush now?
What's the bonus? What do you mean? They still have to be your crush now?
No. As a bonus, like for instance, you put the name, And yes or no if they are still your crush now, like their new the older version. For instance, you said Winnie Cooper. Winnie Cooper back in the day, gorgeous, loved her. I agree with you. But is she still on your list of crushes today? As in, if she walked in the house right now, the 2022 version of her.
I'm ready now.
There's only one person I want to walk in my house right now.
Well, sorry, Chris, I'm in Cancun.
It's definitely not. It would make it a whole hell of a lot
You
easier
walked
for me
into
to
that
kick you in
door.
the dick. Yeah, it would make it a whole hell of a lot easier for me to kick you in the dick.
So, you know, I mean, like, for the ladies, Leo DiCaprio back in the day, good looking cat. May have been your crush back in the day. Is he still on your crush list today? Like, you know, Leo DiCaprio in the newest movie he did. To be thrown in as a bonus. He did that, what was that? Don't Look Up. Which is by far the worst he's ever looked in a movie.
Oh, I haven't seen that movie. But
Jeeves, I got to disagree with you. I've never been a fan. With the exception of a few.
I have to see her now.
But who? Drew Barrymore?
Yeah.
She's cute. She's always
She's
been
cute, but she's never been like, oh, I got to see her. She's so gorgeous. Where Winnie
that's where
Cooper
you're
was the
listening.
reason
That's-
I
that's where-
watched.
Yeah, that's where
Winnie
you're
Cooper
listing
was the
my
reason
list.
we all watched The Wonder Years. It wasn't because of dude. It was because of fucking.
I like the show. She was an added bonus. But yeah, so I think it'll be this will be a different one. But oh well, fuck it. Well, just
So
Cameron, we all men and women all had crushes when you were growing up on actresses or sports stars or singers or whatever. So
yes, and it's not
you know.
just limited to TV, movies. It's limited. It's crushes as long as they were a celebrity. And now that we're getting into more and more celebrity interviews, we might actually get your crush on the show. Wouldn't that blow your mind?
Yeah. Well, everyone, wouldn't it blow your mind if we, or even Tony or anybody like that, if you got any of your childhood crushes to come on the show?
Yeah, it'll fuck my head up.
Ooh, Michelle lost.
Can Tom Brady be my childhood crush?
No.
Why?
He wasn't a celebrity back then.
Yes, he was.
You're
He was
saying
top dog in Michigan.
In 99?
He was a big. He was
99
drafted in 2000. He was drafted in 2000, 2001. Yeah. I'm just asking. But
on
no,
stuff like that, we would vote on.
It will be interesting. No, I'm not picking Tom Brady, but it
not,
will be
but,
interesting for especially obviously we're all guys. Three of us are guys, so but like for the ladies who put up their list this week, it will be interesting to see the guys that they had on crushes or had crushes on when they were growing up, or even
No,
like,
well, we know Tony did mention that he's got Janet. So and,
he's also got Tito and Jermaine, but
Latoya, really,
Michael.
fuck you.
And Michael. Don't forget Michael.
he's also got Ricky Martin.
You might actually have a chance with Ricky because he swings that way now too.
He was there before.
Ricky Martin might be too old to be a machichi.
He's stupid.
No, but I mean the beauty of the list of this is 100% opinion.
And I was actually going to say that about the list.
The list in general is opinion.
The list in general is meant to be opinion based off of our favorites. So the fact that, and we can still bust each other's balls about it or whatever,
Of
but
course.
I don't think it should come into topic of conversation or sway how we pick as far as low hanging fruits go. I don't think that should be an issue because
No, of course not. It shouldn't, but it's almost like a reflex.
yeah.
Mr. Ford there, he just he mentioned Little Giants. I'm sure if I like I said, it was on my backups, but I'm sure if I would have said it, I would have gotten shit for it.
I get shit for my list every week. It doesn't matter what I do. So.
Yeah, I know.
I could come up with some obscure shit and make
So,
stuff up.
order of pick um, would technically be Mike.
Nice.
Now, Chris, how many votes did you get, and how many did Tony get?
I have 4. Tony had 5.
5. Okay, so it would be technically Mike, you, Tony, myself.
Well, I don't foresee Mike being on the show in the near
No, but he
future.
might send his in. He might send his in,
Yeah.
so we can add it. We'll mess him in the group chat so he can actually send it in, because I know he was super excited about this episode as well.
Yeah.
And then actually,
But,
the timing of 100 and 101 is actually perfect for the list.
Why is that?
Well, because we announce on 100 and 101 we pick.
Yeah.
It's kind of, I was worried about that. I was afraid that we would have to announce on 101 and pick on 102.
Oh, yeah, no. Jody's already got her 5 in.
Damn. I haven't even
She's got a
started
good
writing
5.
it down.
I already got
I
mine.
have it in the back of my head.
She's got a good starting 5 minus 1.
Well, I got a couple on my list that like I said, the one I have on my list, I have to look up her name because I only know her by her character's name.
Yeah, we were talking about it today on the I was like, look, you gotta get back in the game. You gotta keep putting lists in. I said, you gotta be in that. And I said, especially this week, because I want to see who your crushes were when you were growing up. And
See
she said
how
one.
not close they are to you.
And she said one, and I was just like, ugh. And she's like, you better leave that man alone. I was like, oh, okay, I see how it is. I think I could take him with a one of my assortment of weapons I have in the house here.
As we're on here, I'm kind of looking up the name of the actress. Stupid shit. Not that I'm going to announce it, but I wonder what she looks like now.
I don't know, but no, I think it's going to be interesting. It's not even so much the list itself; it's just kind of interesting to see everybody's mindset, like when they were growing up.
Exactly. Right. Yeah. That's the
like,
beauty of the list.
And like how far does your because like I don't want to drop any names or anything like that, but like how far your list strays from one person to the next.
Holy
Like
shit.
one chick might be, or one guy might be like a heavy metal rock singer or something like that,
And now he's
well, no, and then the next guy is like
Johnny.
a pretty boy rom-com guy who only did like romantic movies and stuff like that,
Right.
and has like clean cut image and stuff like that. So
Well,
I think that would be really cool to see just how far each pick goes, or are all your picks kind of okay, I can see a type here. You know what I mean?
right. Yeah. Like, where they, to put it in girls and in the female version, because we are mostly guys. Were you with the cheerleaders, or you the goth chicks, or in that area, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this list on this episode, or these 2 episodes, for the simple fact it can be quite embarrassing, but it also is more telling of us as humans.
I
don't
think
foresee it being embarrassing, but like for instance, and I don't foresee her being on a list of ours, but for instance, Catherine Bach, then
No,
and
she
now.
doesn't look the same. No, she does not look the same.
That woman is like two sides of the same coin.
She does not look the same right now.
She does not. But back in the day, the woman was gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I mean, she's still good looking. You know who Catherine Bach is.
Daisy Duke.
Duke.
Fuck.
Oh, okay, yeah. Jody and I were just
Back in the
talking
day,
about her
she
this
was a
afternoon.
good looking broad. Now, she's still good looking, but she's
Don't look the same. Jasmine
the
got
years
it.
have not been kind.
The Olsen twins don't look the same. Let's be clear.
The Olsen twins,
They've always been busted.
they look like wax figures. Dripped. They look like if you took a skeleton, dripped wax all over it. Them chicks look way too skinny. They need a sandwich.
So some women from back in the day don't look the same either, but that's because they're 99% plastic.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's like
Good evening, James.
it kind of gives you also why you're picking your list to look back and see. Oh wow, that's right. I did find her gorgeous. Wow, boy, was I wrong about how she was going to grow up. But and then again, you'd be like, wow, she's still good looking, or all that fun stuff.
Mm.
She's still got it. Like you already know it's on my list. You already know who's still on my list, Chris, and she's still my crush to this day. And I'll whoop all your asses to get to her, just to be like, hey, Miss Christina Ricci. That woman is gorgeous.
You got that fight. Don't worry about it. You good. You good.
Yeah,
Nothing wrong with her, but you good.
yeah. I mean, but that girl to this day still looks good.
Took care of herself.
Yeah, she's also I find the unfortunate thing that she did lose the baby fat. That's kind of like what I liked about her. She had that baby fat back in the day. Well, much like there's a couple of people in general. I mean, not going to be on my list, but Kevin Smith. You look at Kevin Smith back in the day, and Kevin Smith now, he looks like a bobblehead.
Well, yeah, he has that. It's the same thing that what's his face from Good Day America, the weatherman, Al Roker. Some people when they lose
Al Roker, yeah.
all
Well,
that
actually,
weight,
their head looks massive.
Yeah, they do. Like it doesn't look right.
Seriously, look at Kevin Smith. His head looks like you put his head on my body. He looks like a bobblehead. Just and I'm happy for the man that he lost all the weight, and he's no longer at risk of heart attacks and shit. But at the end of the day, you look at him, you're like, yeah, he's no longer that person.
Right. Yeah, they just
Ethan Suplee. Ethan Suplee. Now he pulled it off well because he lost the fat and gained the beef. That motherfucker is a brick shithouse now.
Yeah, he is. Jacked.
I won't say shit about Ethan Suplee because he'll come down here and whoop my ass. He's got the means and the ability.
Do you want to talk about a transformation?
Really
man alive.
Holy shit.
Because he's always, his entire career, he's always been the fat guy, the big dopey fat guy. And it was just
you look at him in Remember the Titans and you look at him now, you can say it's the same person.
Talking about Elastic?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Louis Elastic. He's a beefcake. He's a fucking little badass. Well, little.
He got a lot of hanging skin, but he's a big dude.
No, he's all muscle.
No, he's tightened that shit up, dude. He's
all jacked.
I would not be surprised if he was the same weight, but it's all muscle now. I would easily say maybe he's like 20% body fat.
He looks like a goddamn juggernaut on steroids from X-Men.
Yeah.
He took a picture with his shirt off, and you could still see it on his sides.
Really?
Yeah, that was about 2 years ago, though.
Dude's pictures with his shirt off.
No, he took a picture like that. He really did take a picture with his shirt off. Because you could see the muscle, but you could still see a lot of the extra.
But he actually did an interview where he was talking about losing weight, and he didn't do anything special. He just fucking worked out. The pandemic hit, he fucking worked out like a motherfucker.
Which is great.
He's got a little bit of loose skin, but
right.
It's nothing crazy. I mean, he's just jacked now.
He truly is.
Yeah, he's a badass, bro.
But no, like I said,
I need to talk to my AT&T folks when y'all get a chance. I'm trying to
What's
figure out how
up?
to pull up my password.
Uh, oh, don't even get me started on that shit. I was trying to figure out how to pay my Prime because I had my Amazon Prime on one card, but we don't use that card no more. We use a different card.
Mm,
And switching it over to the other card, fuck, I still haven't got it done.
you're right,
Can't
James.
remember
It's
the
starting to
Amazon
pull up
Prime
and it does
password.
become addicting. It's addicting when you get in shape, but see me, I'll stop. Because after a while, it just gets redundant. I've
Yep,
done it before. I've been in the gym. I'll go back, but I know after 6 months, I'll stop giving a fuck.
yep, yeah. Back in the day, back in school, I mean, fucking my senior year, if I wasn't working, I was in the gym, and I'm sure if I went to the gym for like 3 4 months, I'd drop the extra weight that I have and be right back to not exact shape of the way I was in high school, but I'd probably lose the belly.
Yeah, I got you,
But I
James.
just I just know that in like after 6 months of being in the gym, I'm like, yeah, fuck this, I don't want to go no more.
Yeah. And
I don't have
honestly,
that motivation.
it's about having a proper schedule to maintain it too. Because one thing about getting in shape is maintaining it. Getting in shape
Yeah.
is easy. Holding it is a bitch. I'll admit.
Well, and I like to eat weird shit. I like to eat,
I like to eat. Period. I don't like weird
hamburgers.
shit.
Yeah.
well, that
If
you
I
also that Jeff, you also make 25 pounds of spaghetti and
That's
then eat it
protein.
all.
Yeah, I just fucking rock that shit. I will too.
Fucking feeling. You just want
You ever
to.
you ever had food in front of you? You're like, damn, that's so good. I'm full, but I want more. That's
I've
how
been
I
there.
am with my spaghetti.
That's how I am with when I go to a damn
I'll
Brazilian
eat 4 or 5
steakhouse. That's
bowls
how
of
I
that
am.
shit.
Brazilian steakhouse. I'm just going to fucking eat steak.
Oh
That
yeah.
shit is Jesus.
Well, it's like that the restaurant that we went to before my wife head off to Europe. We went to that Brazilian steakhouse where they just keep bringing
Yes.
skewers of meat over and they
Yes.
cut it off
That
with a
is where
knife.
you kind. That's the kind of place
We
you
were
go
there
to.
for 3 hours, dude. I was just like,
After football practice with no breakfast, that's where the fuck you go eat at.
well, I played that when I was in high school. I was a wrestler, and maintaining weight, fuck, it was a bitch.
Yeah, that's a bitch.
And I don't. After high school, I was like, yeah, I'm not playing that game no more. If I'm hungry, I'm gonna fucking eat.
Damn right. But that gut, you don't want to see yourself with a gut after a while. And I did 2 years ago. And that's when I started bringing myself down. Oh Lord, here he goes. I'm gonna let him roll your ass up.
I don't know, James. What did your boyfriend say?
Oh, oh.
James, your wife didn't mind when I was hanging out with her. I can play this game all day.
Yes, he can. Nice come.
Chris is still burning from when I got him when we went over the other day. Tony jumped off and Chris said something smart. He said something about spit, and I called him. No, that's right. He swallows. And he's still
I don't know
hurt
what
on
you're talking
that.
about. I don't know what you're talking about.
We were talking Saturday. Tony jumped off because he had to go. And
Great broadcast, by the way. Another 4 hours.
yeah,
Another 4
but,
hours.
but what was funny is you. I don't
I'm
even
glad you
remember
had
how
fun.
it brought it
I
up.
did.
I'm not even remember how it brought it up. But you said something about spit, and I said, no, that's right. You swallow, and you were just like, God damn it! I walked right into that
You
shit.
did. You did.
Yeah, I don't
It was
remember.
funny as hell.
I don't remember.
James, you keep fucking with these dudes. Y'all can go all day. All three of y'all can go all day with
What
this
the
shit.
fuck is wrong with you, dog? Get the fuck off me. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Around you.
Like I said, as long as you had fun Saturday night, Tony, we're gonna leave it at that.
I had a ball. They had to jump on Jay, asking that dumb shit in the chat. He apologized afterwards, though.
I think he was just saying what everybody was thinking.
No,
Yeah.
bullshit. He pulled us some bullshit. I got mad. She got kind of uncomfortable, and I got pissed. It's sort of like when Golf Hawk said that shit.
Go.
She got upset. I was like, "Fuck, y'all gonna fuck this up? Don't y'all fuck this shit up?" Oh no! I told you before the weekend you was good, and then you kept doing it. I told you before the weekend, so you was good up until the weekend. You fucked shit up.
James, what were you doing with Tony's box?
Oh no, he sent me 2 bottles of Crown
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice.
right now. He said he's gonna
Nice.
send me 2 bottles. I said, if you can get it through the mail, I'll be impressed and I'll give you your props. I
I
sent him
I,
props earlier.
I assumed he
I
said
told you that
I
you can
assumed
send
he
it
was
through the
talking
mail.
about.
I was
I
told you can't. I've
You
tried to
you
order it through the
can't.
mail. Well, I was trying to order it through the mail. It wouldn't let me do it. So if you
Right.
can
Yeah.
send me, I'm like, I ain't got shit to say because
You
I know what the
can't.
state statute says. Not
Yeah,
directly to the house.
technically you can't,
Yes.
but
Yeah, I
There
know.
are ways
it already
around.
comes in a box. You put it in one of their boxes. You put bubble wrap and shit all around it. When they ask if it's chemicals or liquid or whatever, you tell them no.
No, but
And
it
let's
is
be clear.
breakable, so
It's
it's
post
It's,
art.
pandemic and shit's a little bit more lenient than it was a couple years ago when I did look it up.
yeah.
So I will admit that too. But he came through, so big ups to him.
I thought he was saying he wanted to punch your fart box with his tongue.
Mm-mm. He did rap it well. It was good. Appreciate you though, for real. I'm sipping on that shit
Yeah,
right now.
exactly. That's all you got to do. My uncle sent me moonshine down to Charleston one time,
And you
and
know, they used to check the mail a couple years ago too. That's why I told everybody don't do it.
Well, anymore with email and stuff like that, the U.S. Postal Service is kind of going the way of the dodo, anyways.
Right now,
I
man,
mean,
right now, post office is not safe.
no, it ain't. Well,
I got a coworker. He used to work for them. He said, "Man, it's fucking crazy back there." He said, "Don't go to that shit. Be glad you ain't there." I said, "Okay," because I put in for that
yeah,
job. I put in for this one. I'm making more money.
where at?
The
the
post office.
U.S.
Work the
Postal
post office.
Oh
Office.
yeah,
I was going there for the benefits because I knew people
Yeah.
that were like, "Come on." I said, "Shit, where
Well,
I'm at now, I'm better."
the crazy thing is, back in the day, a job like the Postal Service was like King
It was
Dick
the
oh
shit.
job.
yeah.
Yeah, it was the
It
shit.
was the
Mm.
shit.
It was the shit.
Now it's like dead end job.
It's
Because
not dead end because you got a future at the end. It's not
right,
dead end because you got a retirement, you got savings and everything. But I'm
no, but I
actually,
mean, like
I'm actually better off with what I got than them. Even with I was going to do border patrol. I'm better with what I got now than what I had with them because border
right,
patrol was secure. But I'm actually excellent with what I got right now. That's why I don't push too much on it. I sit down when
yeah.
I can't do right, but when I go in, I go in. So I'm planning on being there tomorrow again, depending on how I feel in the morning, like I did this morning, because I had to do a change. Yes, it was, James. That shit will be used. Thank you.
Hey, you ain't gonna throw that shit away. Hell no.
And I give
No.
James his credit. A lot of times we've talked offline and we're good, no matter how the fuck we act up on here. We are good because me and him have had great conversations and we cleared a lot of shit up between ourselves and even between other folks. So that's my dude. Nobody can fuck with him. I will be jumping in like I've done before. I don't care because he's come through more than most people who just talk shit.
Man, fuck
Yeah, I'm
James.
none of that. That's
Hey, you got James back, I got James's back. Deal.
No, I like James. I've never had an issue with James at all. I like James. He's a good
I've
dude.
never had an issue with anybody online, like not even when I had my YouTube channel up and running and all that stuff. I've never had any trolls or anything like that.
Oh,
And my videos were bad. Chris has seen my videos; they're terrible.
I had a couple. I called them out earlier this
I know.
afternoon.
I was gonna troll your videos, but then I just felt bad. I'm like, it's like kicking the.
It's
Like
like
kicking
kick
the
the man
special
while
needs.
he's down.
Yeah, it's like kicking the special needs kids after he already fell down the
Well,
stairs.
you know what?
That is
And
so
he's in the
fucked
middle
up.
of having a seizure. Man,
That is
I
so
can't.
fucked
No,
up.
I'll tell you what. You gotta hand it to the guys that can build shit on YouTube and stuff because it ain't easy. I mean,
You just don't give a shit. I'm
I'm
doing it.
not. I'm not even
Oh,
worried
here
about
go this
the.
motherfucker right here.
Well, it's a good thing we're getting ready to end the show.
Here
Yeah,
goes this motherfucker right here.
Harry
but
Beat
yeah,
Sex.
okay.
What's up,
I think he's
Slappy?
only referring to us two because
I was gonna
Milk Dud
say
in there. It
Tony ain't
looks
got
like
no
he
hair
just.
nowhere.
I got hair down there, trust me.
I said nowhere, but okay. I will take your word for it.
Not on the back, not on the front.
I'm gonna take myself out of this equation. Tony, feel free to show Jeff your.
Negative.
No, I'm good.
Negative.
I'm good.
Yeah.
1 second.
I don't
Please
need,
send
I
all
don't
dick
need,
pics to Jeff at KTM Productions on
I don't
Snapchat.
need any more men
Yeah,
looking
nope,
for me.
nope, nope.
I don't need any more men looking for me. Fuck that.
Gross.
You already got your dance card filled with the machi cheese.
No.
Yeah. One too many Monty G's around. Call him, Michelle.
I only chase women.
I mean, hostile protest. Much.
Oh no, James, I totally get it. You know, that's kind of like what we do here. If we ain't fucking with you, we don't care about you.
No, get on him. Have a breakdown, Jeff. Fuck
Yeah,
you, James.
Because I really just people on the internet so scare me. And
Oh, fucking terrify me.
yeah. At the end of the day, 90% of the shit that's said on the internet is exactly that. It's shit.
Shit on the internet.
He's gonna call me in about an hour crying, just so you guys know. I'm gonna have to talk him off a ledge. Thanks, James.
Yeah, yeah, because my day is so unfulfilled.
Thanks, James. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
James was so mean to me, Chris. Why does he do that?
Why?
Meanwhile, the only thing Jeff's gonna get from me is.
No, I'll tell you what. I'm actually getting ready to watch that new Bill Murray movie with Adam Driver on Netflix. It's like The Dead Don't Die.
Oh, dude, that movie's like 3 years old.
Yeah, I get that, but it just came up on Netflix.
What's the name?
I don't know if it's any good.
No, it's like Willy's Wonderland. It's pretty bad, but it's good. It is for what it is. It's pretty good.
I was watching the previews of it because they have that section on Netflix, it's like coming soon stuff, and it shows like the previews. And I was looking at it and I was like, yeah, I don't know, because I love Adam Driver. I think Adam Driver is great, and I love Bill Murray. And
yeah, like I said,
Danny
it's
Glover's in it. And,
yeah, it's one of those movies. It's
my fear is that it's going to
good
end up
for
like
what
that.
it is.
Okay, my fear is it's going to end up like that Wet Hot American Summer. Did you guys see that?
The remake or the original, or the sequel, I should say.
Oh no, both of them were terrible.
I like the original one, but then when they did
problem
the
is
sequel,
they had
were like
so
all
many.
grown up.
Oh, like the 10 years later.
Yeah.
Well, the problem I had with it is it's when you get these, like, for great example, the Royal Tannenbaums.
It's
I
an
thought it was going to be
ensemble
hilarious. Yeah. You get those big ensemble casts where you're like, oh my God, this is going to be amazing. Because it's got this and this one and this one. And then you watch it and you're like, wow, this is a big piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Best
like
example,
the
Royal Tenenbaums.
Yeah.
That movie is so fucking
I like
bad.
the movie, but the sequel or the 10 years, 20 years later where they were all grown up and stuff, that was bad.
Yeah. Did you, Tony? I got one on fucking Netflix you got to see. What's that show we watched, Chris? The 1987 or 75? The horror trilogy? Fear Street, yeah. Dope as fuck, dude.
Fear Street?
It's three. It's like a miniseries with 3 individual movies, and it takes place in three different times. But it's all the same characters, all the same actors.
Yeah, it's by R.L. Stine, who did the Goosebumps books.
What the fuck is this shit?
It's by R.L. Stine, who did the Goosebumps books, but it is not Goosebumps. It's really good.
The twist at the end was interesting. I enjoyed that. It's good. Check it out. That first episode in the grocery store. Holy shit, man. That is fuck, man.
Exactly. But with that being said, let's go ahead and wrap the show up tonight, boys.
I might have to watch
I gotta get my lunch packed and all that other jazz for tomorrow. But the fuck was that? Oh, hello. I do want to thank you guys for 100 episodes. Jeffrey, you've been here with me since the beginning. It's been something else. It's been quite a ride, and to say the least. And I look forward to the next 100. In all honesty, and seeing where we go with this and how we grow. I mean, just watching how far we've come since the beginning. And where we're at now, Jeff and I said earlier, I honestly didn't expect Jeff to be here after 10 episodes. Just and that's not a diss on Jeff. That's not anything bad towards Jeff. I just know Jeff, and he is a lot of times he flies by the seat of his pants, and then he just gets bored and he moves on. But that's just Jeff. I mean, it's not a bad. It's not a bad thing. It's not a diss or anything like that. But we keep it fun. We have fun with it. It was great adding Mike in, which purely happened by accident because he filled in for Jeff one time.
Right.
Hopefully, Mike will get his personal life in order and everything like that, and come back a little bit better and whatnot. And Tony, adding you was totally organic. It happened, but it's been fantastic.
Appreciate it.
I love having you guys on the show.
Having fun. Fuck it.
Yeah, I love having you guys on the show. And at the end of the day, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it just by myself. So
having multiple people on the show does make it a little bit more easier for days when one of us can't be here.
Yeah.
With the exception of Chris, because you have been on every single episode, which I'm very impressed with. But you also
no
do
days
all
off.
behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes, you do all the promotional, you do all the editing, all that stuff. But you also send out the invites, so
He keeps everybody notified. Big ups to that too, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a lot of work behind the scenes. It's a lot more than I expected, and as we grow and everything happens like that, it's more and more. But Cam and I were talking, and he said, "I'm afraid you're going to get burnt out and stop doing the show." And I was like, "It's hard to get burnt out on something that It is a lot of work, but I love doing it. I love doing the behind the scenes stuff, and I love doing the live shows with you guys. I look forward to more interviews. Shout out to Brandon tonight. Thank you for coming on the show.
Yes.
Cameron, shout out to you for the hookup. That was awesome. Definitely looking forward to Brandon coming on the show again and hanging out with us, being on here for a full episode. And, we can dive into his career a little bit more. We can just get into some shit, I think.
It would be interesting that something I just thought of to bring back all three of our original interviews all in one.
Do it.
It would be
we can only get up to 4 people in here.
That was going to be my question. I mean, but we can bring in one, then bring in another, bring in another. So it could be interesting. It could be fun.
Well, yeah, I mean, if we could do like an hour piece with each one of them, but we would have to.
Or we can do one. We can do one on Zoom, record it, and then post the audio and video. We could do that way.
Yeah, we can figure something out. But no, I think as we go, we're going to get the opportunity to have more and more interviews. That's going to be fun. There's a lot of things going on. The show's growing and everything like that. And at the end of the day, I do want to say I really do appreciate you guys for taking time out of your lives and coming on here and doing that. And everybody who listens, thank you guys. Those of you who support us, that is awesome.
Kevin.
And like I said, I look forward to another 100 more. And seeing where this train takes us. So ultimately, at the end of the day, I would love to make this my full-time job. So
it would be fun.
Yeah,
if we
we'd be doing a lot more.
If we could make enough off of it, it would be fun.
If we could make enough off of it, we'd also probably start doing 5 shows a week. But
we gotta be like the loose cannons in this motherfucker. I'm so serious.
Yeah, but I mean. It would be one of those things where it really at the point that we're starting to make enough money to live off of it, then that's when it does.
Shit will start happening. Shit will start happening.
Yep, that's when it becomes a full-time job for all of us.
That's right.
But with that being said, thank you guys. Thank everybody for listening. We truly do appreciate y'all. You don't know how much it means to have your guys' support, you guys listening, you guys watching, you guys hanging out with us, taking part in the off-the-air shit on social media. We really do appreciate all that. And if you're not already, go ahead and check us out on all social media at Nonsensical Nonsense on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Also, download the Haps app. Give Nonsensical Nonsense a follow. Come in here and hang out in the Chatters box with us. Shoot the shit with us. We do enjoy the Chatters box participation. Obviously, we got the Chatters box starting 5. You guys submit your own list, all that fun jazz. So get in here, hang out with us live, and if you don't want to hang out with us live, then make sure you listen to every single episode of the podcast on Spotify and everywhere you get your podcast and jollies at. And if you'd like to email us for any reason, go ahead and do so by emailing us at nonsensicalnonsensepodcast@gmail.com. And don't forget, we do have a merch store. Shirts, hoodies, cups, stickers, all kinds of stuff, and we got a lot more coming down the road. So keep an eye out for that. That's one way you can support us, and the easiest and cheapest way you guys can support us, it is free. Simply share our podcasts when we post them. Share the social media. Just share everything. We greatly appreciate that. That'll help us grow and get us out there even more for everybody to listen and enjoy. We try to have fun, and I think we put out a pretty good product for the most part. We have our off days, but that happens.
They all can't be winners.
Yes, exactly.
Sit back and enjoy the ride.
Yep. And with that being said, we are going to end the show with our guys in Blacktop Mojo, who are currently killing it on the road. So when you're on social media, and if you like these guys, go ahead and check out their social media at Blacktop Mojo and see if maybe they're coming to a town near you. Cam said they're coming down there, and him and Sam may try to go to their show.
Jeff just
Cam, get as much video as you can.
He just got
right.
dog breath. God.
This dog just. This is the one dog we keep in the house because he's the most well behaved, and all of a sudden he just.
Face full of dog breath. I saw that.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely check out our guys Blacktop
Milkbone's
Mojo
great.
where you stream music and on all social media. Let them know we sent you. And we're going to close the show out the only way we know how, with a little Blacktop Mojo. Yeah. This is so great not having ads anymore. It's fantastic. But our official show closer, Blacktop Mojo, Wicked Woman. And eventually I'll get that timed out just right. So right when I say that, bang, it'll kick in.
Another 100 episodes in.
Yeah. We haven't used it 100 episodes though.
Sir, can I help you? Do you have any weapons of any kind? Anything to defend yourself?
Sir, this is a Speedy Mart. We have hot dogs 2 for $1. I just put them on the roller yesterday. They're pretty good.
No, man, like something sharp, something like I can stab, defend myself with.
I've got some sharp cheddar combos over there. It's kind of like a Ritz cracker pregnant with a cheese baby.
All right, well, let me just take one of these lighters, and I'm going to borrow your bug spray, and can I borrow your bathroom key as well?
Yeah, bathroom key. All right. I got your bathroom key right there. Make sure you bring that back. And that will be 1362. And I'm going to have exact change, sir. We're in a coin shortage at the moment.
Whatever, man. Okay. Sad. I'm sorry.
Oh shit, Chuck!
Shit, Chuck.
Oh shit, Chuck.
That's a wrap. Thank you guys for hanging out. 100 episodes in. I can't wait to do 100 more. Appreciate y'all for listening. We will see you Saturday night with a brand new show. And with that being said, there's only one thing left to do.
Alrighty.
All right.
Calm down,
where we're
Matt.
at?
You had your turn. It's my turn, Matt.
Alrighty.
Appreciate that, Matt. Thank you.
That's Matt's exit. We do the deuces, the Mother Major, and the Bible. He says, alrighty.
I could make that happen. We could put that at the end right before you guys say your little line, before we say our little lines. But with that being said, we will see you guys Saturday night with a brand new episode. We appreciate y'all. You have no idea how much it means to have your support. Oh, Jeffrey, hit him with it.
Deuces.
Somebody hit Tony's life alert button.
Jesus, mother had your mother, made your mother fuck you.
He's so angry. And with that, all being said, I'm like a rash. I just don't fucking go away. Goodbye, motherfuckers. Until next time.